can hear you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Welcome to Dispute Panda Night. I'm so happy you guys are here on today. How is everyone on tonight? Welcome, welcome, welcome. For those of you guys that are new, my name is Raquel May David, and I am your host, hostess with the mostest. And my goal is to help you be a beast in these Dispute Panda streets. We are going to go through the world's most effective and advanced AI-powered credit repair software. The first 10 minutes we normally take to open the floor for any questions that you guys may have about the system, how like general questions on how it works. But what I like to do is ask you guys to drop a 1 in the chat if you do not have a platform, a 2 if you do have the platform, a 3 if you have the platform and you have used it, so I can know who's in the room and kind of how we should have dialogue, because newer people need a little bit more tending to than, let's say, people that are a little bit more seasoned. So 1 if you don't have the platform, 2 if you have the platform, 3 if you have the platform and have used it. Shout out to my Jack, shout out to my Nikki. Hey Dex, welcome, welcome, welcome to the room. iPad, I don't know who you is, iPad, but welcome. Welcome to Club Panda, right? Peggy and Clarence. Let's see. We have um Clarence said 3, but I'm not very comfortable with it yet. Cool. If you have questions, definitely let me know. Because we have until 8:10 to 8:20 before we dive in. Okay. Hey Dex. How you doing? In my Wendy Williams voice, how you doing? That was my girl. Okay, I used to want to be Wendy Williams. If y'all don't know who Wendy is, y'all need to catch Wendy in her prime, okay? When she was getting put out by Puffy and Jay-Z. That's who you need to get, was Wendy when she was getting in trouble, okay? Not the Wendy that don't know what she's doing. But you want to know something, y'all? While we're waiting for people to come in, I had a homeboy who did an interview with like a celebrity. I cannot remember the name of the celebrity. So if anyone knows this interview, please let me know. Um, and oh, Dex, thank you so much. Dex shamelessly plugged the mentorship. That's right. That's right. And since some of y'all did not give me y'all addresses on time, y'all box is still here. Okay. The boxes is gonna go to the post office on tomorrow for everyone who had a later address, because I wanted to make sure y'all had all your things in your boxes. But no, I was watching this interview and the interviewer said if you wanted Bobby Brown back then, you needed to date the Bobby Brown of today. So although the Wendy Williams back then was nice and messy, and the Wendy Williams now is not so much, my goal is to be messy in these credit streets, okay? And have all of the credit bureaus clenching their pearls to get what it is that they need, clenching them for dear life, okay, y'all? So if you guys have any questions, as I said, as we're letting people roll in, you can come off of mute or you can drop your questions in the chat. I have no problem reading them. But I do see that we have some 2s. Okay, we have 1-1, so that's great. So Peggy, I'm gonna direct this question to you. Have you done credit repair before and you're just new to the credit repair world? Or is this brand new? Like, I don't know, Nathaniel Bartholomew Johnson Jones Jenkins. Like, where you at? Let me know. Let me know. Let's see, we got a few more minutes. I see some people coming in. Any questions, guys, before we get started? We were having some audio. Do, 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 do. Just new to Panda. I'm just to become the go of credit, and I hear great things about your platform. Also, because I need it for my home buyers. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. And you are definitely going to become a beast in these credit streets. We're going to talk about different the way that you use the system, um and how you can leverage it with what you're doing with your clients. I really, really appreciate you guys coming on. Tonight, we're going to have 4 more minutes before we get started. So, if you guys know a friend, tell a friend who's looking to get the system, let me know so that they can come into the room and kind of learn about it as well. I definitely think this is a great platform for people who are in the real estate industry, so that way if you have clients that do not get approved, you can literally send them the information and be like, you don't have to lose a client. You'll have someone in your pipeline always to
Car
like
industry as well.
you can help them. Yeah, that's what Jack was talking about, the car industry. Yes, because you can keep your pipeline flowing without losing anyone. So Peggy, I think it's completely amazing that you're here on tonight. I see a Smeek. I think I have that name right. Did I lose Smeek already? Oh, Smeek. Is it Smeek?
What's up, Smeek? That's one of my guys.
Yes.
Oh, hey,
What's
my
going on?
love. Welcome to the room. I'm so happy that you're here. For those of you guys that just came in, please drop a 1 in the chat if you don't have the system, a 2 in the chat if you have the system, a 3 in the chat if you have the system and you have used it. So that way I kind of know where everyone is as it pertains to the platform. Where are you at, Smeek? Are you a 2 or a 3?
I am a 3. A new 3, but I'm a 3.
I love that. Okay. Well, welcome to the room. We're going to get started in 2 minutes unless anyone has questions. And then we are going to dive in and get into it, honey. Get into it. All right, let's see what's going on here. TK, I know it looks like you're driving, my love. TK, if you can drop in the chat a 1 if you have the platform, if you don't have the platform, a 2 if you have the platform, and a 3 if you have the platform and you have utilized it, my love. And have you utilized it? Hey, Keyshawn. So, Keyshauna, when you say that you just joined, meaning that you got the platform on today, is that what we're saying? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Y'all ain't come here for my musical talents, okay? Y'all came here for the fun and the education, okay? So don't judge that I don't sound like Aaliyah. I sound like Aaliyah's cousin, third removed. Don't worry about that. No, ma'am. Been having it, just haven't used it. Got it. Okay, cool. So, Keyshauna, why haven't you used it so that I can gauge how to support best? Because I definitely love that people come on, but I want to make sure that I'm giving value and easing some of that fear, right? As you're going through. I don't really know what I'm doing. I love the honesty, friend. That first of all, nothing to be scared about. Let's talk about it. On today, so for everyone who's in here on today, the mission is that I'm going to teach you guys how to use the platform for free, how to dispute your clients for free, and then I'm going to, of course, show you guys the bells and whistles as it pertains to the pro platform, because I would be a bad host if I didn't tell y'all the nitty-gritties of the streets. But one of the things that I love about Dispute Panda that is sets it apart from the other platforms, in my opinion, is we give you a starting platform. So even if you don't know what you're doing in these credit repair streets, you actually have a guide that is given to you when you get the actual platform. 1. 2, you have me. I actually created a mentorship that goes with the Dispute Panda platform. And as you guys grow, there's actually other services that that you guys have accessibility to by being in the mentorship, such as automations, a platform that has automation sequence for you, that has an email curation, it has a lead curation. It actually gives you a website funnel for leads. Like, it gives you a host of things. So with you guys being a part of the mentorship, if you choose to take it to that extent, you guys will have like my secrets. How do I dispute? And if you guys come in, we have a class on Tuesdays where I normally have either guest speakers or we're going over the law of credit repair. And then on Saturdays, we have open workroom. So I literally created my mentorship to go with the Dispute Panda platform. And starting August, we are going to talk about some DIY options as well. So I'm super duper excited to be able to go through that and have everyone in here dipping and doing. And I have now talked over a minute. So y'all ready to go? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Y'all good? Y'all ready to go? Ready, 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 ready? All right. So if you guys have any questions, okay, no problem. If you guys have any questions, please drop it in the chat. I am, my moderator is not here on tonight, so you got Girly here all by herself, okay? We are sitting here, we're gonna start problems. We're gonna set fire to stuff, okay? And we're gonna figure it out how to fan these flames, all right? So if you guys have questions in the chats, please remember I will look at them. But if it's something urgent, you could raise your hand so it pops up on my screen so I can know to shut up, okay? Because I'm loquacious, okay? Just want y'all to know I talk a lot. I'm the first child, and then my mama waited 10 years and had another child. I don't know why. I was fly. I don't know. She wanted another one. She got a boy, and now she happy. Okay. So we're gonna get started on tonight. And I'm so glad you're here. Let me start by sharing my screen. It's all fun here. It's always love. And I want you guys to feel really safe and really comfortable while we are getting into it. Okay. So I'm going to start at the beginning. Okay. Like they say, at the beginning. We're going to start at the beginning. So when we go into the Dispute Panda, I like to be able to see y'all. Hold on. Because I don't like that. I want to see y'all faces. Okay. Here we go. So when we start with the Dispute Panda platform, this is what the platform looks like for you. So on the main screen, I want to tell you what we are going to cover today right now, and then what we're going to cover once we get into the platform, because I'm a visual learner, and I know that some people are visual learners and some people are kinesthetic learners, which means they have to kind of do it. So if you guys are by your computer, by all means, tap in, pull up another screen, minimize me, put me down over here or something, okay? But go ahead and make sure that you are tapping in and following along. If you guys came in a little late, darling, because y'all were tardy for the party, you can catch the replay on Dispute Panda on the YouTube channel that we have. For you to be able to see kind of what we covered today. I love group coaching because I feel like sometimes some people will ask questions that another person may not ask, and it gives us room for everyone to be able to have dialogue quickly. Okay, fine. 1 second. I'm a hands-on learner. Come on, somebody. So we're going to get into this together. Keyshawn, if you're by your computer, go ahead and ping and pong, right? So that we can work together. For those of you guys, again, that are coming in a little bit later, if you guys came in a little bit after, drop a 1 if you are brand new to the platform, meaning you don't have the platform at all. A 2 if you have the platform, but you haven't used it. And a 3 if you have the platform, you have used it, but you just want to find out what you don't know. Okay? So what we're going to cover on this particular call, oh, my husband coming, y'all. Sorry. What we're going to cover on this particular call is pricing, training, contacts. We are not going to go over the integration or the pro features in depth until we actually get into the platform, so you guys can see what that platform has to offer you guys. Okay. So first we're going to start with pricing, because you know I like to talk about the shmoney. Now, while you guys are here, one of the things that I want to tell you is that I am a person that likes to tell you guys how to make money and how to keep your overhead low. Because although we are in business until we become big business, and to me, I don't feel like we're big business until we're Walmart. So I understand that there are other businesses that are big businesses like Lexington Law and things of that nature. But until we got money over money over money, we are still small to medium-sized businesses. And I like to keep our overhead as low as possible. So with that being said, I am going to tell you guys, whether you're doing this for yourself, your family, or your friends, how you can make drip money by utilizing this platform and how this platform can be completely free for you. Okay. And I'll also drop a quick tip on how you guys can do this if you're using this platform for friends and family, to cover the pro feature if you guys want to upgrade to pro, after I go over all of the things that pro has to offer. How that working for y'all? That sound good? That sound good? Ladies, y'all feeling all right? Look, I turned into Erica Badu. Ladies, y'all all right? Fellas, how you doing? All right, so we're gonna start with the pricing. So I've been doing credit repair on and off for about 19 years, y'all. And one of the things that I did not know were the right softwares, or having the software options that would best support me. And most of the software, actually all of them that I know about, actually have, that's right, call Tyrone Credit Repair Edition. Y'all are my people. Come back. Come on back. So a lot of the platforms, all of them that I know of, there's a fee, whether it's $19 a month, $47 a month, there's always a fee associated with the platform. Well, the wonderful team that Dominique Brown built actually decided to go through Dispute Panda and create a pay-as-you-go software. So the platform was designed originally where you are paying $17 per month per client. So in essence, the platform is free. You're able to house all your clients' information in there, and then you're only paying when it's time to actually pull a letter and send it out to be disputed for the three main credit reporting agencies, right? However, I'm finna tell y'all how to do it today for the free 99, and how to make $8 on the back end, because I'm all about that back end capital. Okay. So with the free platform, you do not pay for anything at all except for the generation of letters. I'm going to show you guys how to also work around that while making $8 off of that, which means you'll be up $25 straight out the gate. Okay. Now, the next platform that they have is the Pro platform. It is $197 a month after you have 14 days at $1. Now, with the $197 per month that you're paying, you're getting a host of things: a safe client portal, you're getting access to a contract, you're able to add your merchant service for you to be able to collect payments with your onboarding form. You're also able to go ahead and do reports and a host of other things that I'm going to show you on the inside, because the Pro gives you the ability to not just dispute with the credit reporting agencies like TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, which is on the free version, as well as LexisNexis and Novus, which are some of the other secondary credit reporting agencies. But it also gives you the ability on the Pro that if you're using the credit monitoring software that was created for Dispute Panda, which is known as Credit Dyno, you're also able to dispute your letters through the actual creditors themselves. So you can actually generate letters that are going to go to Santander, Capital One, Discover for your particular client when we're talking about the Pro platform. Okay. You have the version where you can pay monthly, or you can pay for a full year. You get 2 months for free. Now we're going to dive in a little bit more once we get into the platform, so you can see the benefits of the actual Pro, but let's jump into the training tab. The reason that I cover training on every single call is because I think some people get into the training and the first thing they do is scroll down or up, depending on which kind of mouse you got. Okay. Y'all know how this goes. Windows versus Mac. We always be fighting in these streets. Okay. So when you're looking in the training section, before you scroll, the very first thing that I need everyone to do, especially for my visual and kinesthetic learners, Keyshawn, okay, first thing that I want you to do is click on the free download. It is going to open the actual guide as to how you are going to dispute your client's profile from start to finish, up to a 12-month sequence. So I've had people ask, does a client stay with you for 12 months? I'm going to tell you that your client is going to stay with you depending on what the goal of that client is and what their credit report looks like. So some clients have come with me. Like I had a client who just signed up with me. I live in the state of Texas. Texas has a 6-month contract. What that means is if my client needs to stay with me for 12 months, they need to what? Renew that contract after 6 months. Okay. With that being said, my client got with me and her goal was to fix her credit enough for her to get an apartment and to get a car. I just posted on my social media today. We literally just got her the apartment on today, and we literally got her approved for a car this afternoon. So because that client had a clear goal, even though we have a contract that says that she can be with me for 6 months, I have an opt-out clause. She can actually roll someone else in. I have different ideas to kind of get new clients to come in, right? But what I'm saying is that particular client for me, their goal was to get approved for an apartment and for them to be able, hang on one second, and for them to be able to um go ahead and get a car. So because they've hit their goal, although it's shy of 6 months, they don't necessarily have to stay with me, right? They can choose, okay, they've hit their goal. Now if she says, okay, well, we don't already did this in 3 to 4 months. Let's see what else we can get done. Or she wants to shift to my credit building option, then we'll still be able to work together, right? But if I was brand new to credit repair, didn't know my front from my end, right? My head from my toe, I would be able to come into this software and I literally go to the training tab, click on the free download, and there is an attack guide that is there for you to see. Oh, you want to see me on Facebook? Hold on, friend. I'm gonna give you my Facebook, girl. I need to fix my name on here because my husband really gonna get mad. Well, I'm mad because I ain't got the May up there, but this me right here. This me, Hershey, Cheyenne. You can find me in these Facebook streets. Okay. So when it comes to the actual platform, if you are brand new and you're like, I don't know where to start, I don't know what to do, and I want to talk about this flow. So there are some people here who I know are a little bit more seasoned. They have a different flow. I don't want you to change up your flow if you have your own seasoning and sauce to it. But if you're brand new, and the reason why this flow was created was because we did have a different flow previously. And I'll show you guys that because I like to be transparent. I'll also drop it in the chat so you guys can take a look at it. So when Dispute Panda first came out, there was a red, white, blue attack, right? And what was transpiring where people were asking, well, when do I send a letter to LexisNexis, Innovis, and all of that? That was one. The next question that they had was, when do I file a CFPB complaint? Another request was, do I always have to include it being certified? Like, do I have to have that option? So we came back to the drawing board and did a beta test to find out what is the best letters that works with getting results for the clients and what sequence should we let them know when they're going to the other credit reporting agencies. So for those of you guys in the mentorship, y'all know LexisNexis and Innovis, y'all have the full list of these other credit reporting agencies that house everything from bankruptcy, repos. Heck, y'all, there's even places that house your maintenance on your daggone car, okay? And so there are definitely agencies that are out here that are able to support, right? And you need to know when you're going through, because a lot of time people just focus on TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. And let's be clear, they own some of the other credit reporting agencies. So even if you dispute directly with them, those 3 bureaus, and you get it off, there is a potential that you can still have the account come back on because you haven't disputed it with the other credit reporting agencies as well. Not them in my car maintenance. They in your car maintenance business, honey. LexisNexis knows who you married to, when you first started driving, your driving record, your arrest record, who you used to date and boo up and gave their phone number. Yeah, LexisNexis has all of that. Okay. So a lot of times when you're clearing things up, you can't just clear up with the actual main credit bureau alone. You need to go to these other credit reporting agencies as well. Now, a lot of people say credit bureaus. You will hear me say credit reporting agencies, as the real official bureau is the CFPB. So sometimes the terminology gets kind of screwed, but wherever you guys are, some people call TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian the bureaus. I call them the credit reporting agencies. Sometimes I intertwine it depending on where I am. So far, everybody goes in on the guide, how to download it. Question in the chat is, what are my thoughts on freezing the secondary agency? So I'm going to be honest that I did do freezes in the past, but because some of the other credit reporting agencies such as LexisNexis, FactorTrust, and Clarity are all kind of sub-owned by the actual big three, I don't necessarily find it requirable for a client unless I'm doing bankruptcy. I still freeze if I'm working on a bankruptcy file for my client, but other than that, that is not something that I do on a consistent basis. Please, to me, I feel like freezing is only a step that I take with bankruptcy. Let me make it as short, as direct as possible. If we're not dealing with bankruptcies, I don't freeze my client's profile. I do request their information, but I do not opt them out and I don't freeze them. Great question. And this process doesn't require you to freeze them either. Okay, so if you guys are doing this flow, you do not have to worry about freezing your client's report as well, and you still will get results. My pleasure, darling. That's what I'm here for. All right. The next tab that we're going to go to is the contact tab. I like to get y'all, okay, some little sauce, a little raw, a little za, okay? So when you guys come to this platform, customer service is here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Raquel, Christina, Sharon, May, David, okay, she, her, me. I'm only here Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, okay? So if you guys are in need of help, customer service is here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they can help you with anything from a dispute, subscription, account issue. If you're having a glitch, they can support that information for you, okay? However, if you have general questions like you want to talk about press, you want to talk about becoming a beta tester, you want to talk about partnership, whatever it is, you can go ahead and send a message to the info at Dispute Panda team. You can do it here and you can do it in the platform directly. What I want to give you guys is a tool that's going to help you up it a notch. So for me, every 45 days, I do a video to my clients. I also use this video if I'm having system errors. So if there is a problem with my system when I'm trying to run something or I'm trying to upload a document and I'm getting an error, I record on this platform. It's called Loom, Loom. I dropped it in the chat for you guys. It allows me to have a clear video of what's going on and it gives me a link. I can then take that link, drop it in this little box here. And when they click on the link to see what my ism and schisms are, I get an email that says that my video has been watched. If they choose to leave a comment on the video, then that information comes over to me as well. But it gives me the ability to go ahead and see what's going on so that I'm supporting the client, supporting them to see kind of like what's on my end. Because sometimes, excuse me, the company is looking at it on the back end and you need them to see exactly what's going on with you. I also use this particular tool to send to my clients. So whenever I'm doing a video review or anything of that nature, it gives me the ability to show them, here's where you started, here's where you are. Hold on one second, guys. Y'all, my throat was dry like a desert. Okay. So I do a video, I show them like, here's where you started, here's where you were last month, here's where the changes happen. This does cut down on a lot of client calls, again, if they watch it. So I do send it to them via their text message as well as their email so that I can get everything flowing. Question in the chat is, do you use the same laws as? Yes, the laws still apply to them because they're still credit reporting agencies. So whether they're the big three or they're number 28, the laws still apply to that credit reporting agency. Great question, TK. That's my water. All right. Any other questions in the chat, guys? Before I load into the system, before I sign up, because that's where we're going to next, is signing up on the platform, I want to open the floor for a few minutes. Does anyone have any questions, concerns, or comments? before we set up this account and I load my test client in? TK coming with the good questions. Come on, TK, in the core rider. You the next person that's going through the Nile and the river and the bush and stuff. Nikki normally be doing all that, but you know. I appreciate it, Nikki. You tag a friend. I see you got TK on the road. You got TK coming in hot. TK coming in hot. Any questions, guys? I want to make sure that I've answered. Hey, Katrina. Welcome, 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 my love. I'm so glad you're here. Hey, Mr. Tony, how you doing today? Brinks, welcome. Leah, hi. Do you guys have any questions? You can raise your hand, come off of mute. Maybe a stupid question. No stupid questions here. Now, I want to tell y'all something. This is a safe space, okay? Ain't no judging over here. Now, we going to commentate the heck about your question, but we ain't going to judge, all right? Maybe a stupid question, but what specific laws are we talking about? I was a little late because my Wi-Fi was slow. So I had a class the other day for my mentorship team that we went over the actual 15 US code. So there is actually code like Fair Credit Reporting Act US 15 law that says how you should conduct a dispute, what the companies are supposed to be held responsible for, and what the actual credit bureau. So you have rules for yourself as the credit repair organization, what you are allowed to do, and then there are laws that govern the actual Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, and LexisNexis, and all of them. So this particular system that we're going to be talking about, and when you use the software is using Metro 2 as well as consumer law to support you in disputing your client's profile. So organically, the laws are included in the letter whenever applicable, right? But you as a person doing credit repair, you definitely want to take the time to learn what the laws are, because for certain things, you might be able to do a free form letter, and the system allows you to put your free form letter in there as well for your account. So great question, not a stupid question at all. Let me know if that answered it well. If you want me to elaborate a little more, let your girl know I'm here. TK said that she tried. I love it. Even if we don't go pro, can we still use it to get the job done? I love that question. So I'm going to be honest with y'all because I shoot straight from the hip. My hip has arthritis in it. So, that's why I be shooting. Never mind. Don't worry about that. So with that being said, I started using this platform. I did not start training until September of last year. Prior to training, I want to say 3 months before training is when I actually got the pro. Before, all I was using was the free platform, and I was disputing directly to the actual main 3 credit reporting agencies, and of course through LexisNexis and the secondary agencies. And I was still seeing results. I want to say for the first 6 or 7 months, I did not get the pro. And the reason that I didn't get the pro was because I was already paying for a platform, and I didn't pull myself completely out of the platform because of some of the additives that platform offered me. Once I was able to get what I needed and I saw the results, when I did decide to go to pro, I saw the results. Like on average, I was seeing like a 35 to 47 point increase on the free platform. And I want to say, I have a client that I posted, I want to say last month, and she was with me for 45 days. And her credit score across the board went up by 211 points, right? So I like to tell you guys how to manage the pro, but the pro is not something that you need right away. If you're not having multiple clients, and I've had people ask me like, what if I have 25 clients or 30 clients? Do I have to get the pro? No, understand that the pro gives you a more aggressive way to dispute. And here's why. A lot of times we have found that when you are disputing just to the major credit reporting agencies, sometimes they do not send your disputes and your request or your validations to the actual creditors. What they will do is only search in-house, and they will look in-house and say, oh, they gave us this information on the 15th. They said that they were late on the 15th. So therefore this account is valid. And that's not right per law. Now, once you go ahead and you get the pro, you're getting the letters that are going to go to the creditors as well. In the verbiage of a lot of the letters that go out, it lets the creditors know, just like the credit bureau, boo, if you don't follow the law, I can go ahead and take you to court and I can get paid up to $1,000 in damages if you guys are not following the law. So the creditors do not want to take that risk of like, hey, am I going to, or is this person going to go ahead and run the game? Or if you're with a third party company, right? You're not with the actual primary account holder. So for instance, let's say the account was originally with LVNV and now the account is with no, the original account was with Bank of America. Now the account is with LVNB or it's with Debts R Us. Okay. There are different laws as to what's governed for these other third party companies that are collecting. And some of these third party collectors are only collecting your social security number and your name. And like, I like to call it a snapshot. It's like just your basic information. So they don't have proof of the debt. Some of these other agencies do not have the correct licensing to collect in your state, depending on what state they're in. So there are different workarounds that the pro gives you accessibility to get like real responses, right? So to answer your question, do I get results? I did get results when I was on the free. I do tell people once you get, I would say a nice like 5 to 10 people, unless you are doing it with your family, my recommendation would be make sure they're using the credit monitoring and your credit monitoring link so you can get the $8 there. Also make sure that they're splitting the cost of what the platform is. Because if it's you, your mom, your husband, whatever, y'all can take the $197 and split it amongst y'all while you're learning how to dispute and you're learning how to use the system, right? So that's a workaround that you can do. But if you do not have pro right now, you will still see results. 1,000,000,000%. Hands down. Clarence question, is it necessary to create an account? Oh, I know what you're talking about. I keep getting a notification. Yes, you need to update the information because that's how the system pays you out. If you do not, so the question that he's asking when it comes to Credit Dino, which is the credit monitoring system that was created for Dispute Panda, if you want to get paid, you have to create the profile and you have to add, your social or your EIN, and then you want to put your banking information in there so that they can release. Once you get to $100, they send you your money. So if you want your shmoney, your cheddar, your guap, your cheese, you want to go ahead and fill that out. Okay. Great question. Hey, Tony, you got a question for me, love?
Hey, how's it going? It's been a while.
I know I ain't seen your pretty face for a while. Hey, friend, you look
Been a
blessed
while.
and highly favored. Look at you.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I wanted to get on here. I had some questions I've been meaning to ask you for a while.
Okay.
Just on Dispute Panda, but
Okay.
I noticed on Credit Dino, I kept refreshing like even my own data, and it kept showing inquiries on there and a lot of information that was not up to date. So I decided to switch over to Smart Credit and import the data, and it showed me a super up-to-date profile, and it was a bunch of stuff that was missing basically from Credit Dino. So I like Credit Dino because you can see the 7-year history.
Right.
Smart Credit only shows you a 3-year history.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a lot of information that was not accurate on Credit Dino.
And so you were saying that it was refreshing and it was giving you a refreshed amount? Like
So basically I had a bunch of inquiries that were already knocked off that were no longer on my credit report that kept reflecting on Credit Dino, even though I'd get new reports updated.
that shows
I
it's not
switched
there.
over to Smart Credit. Smart Credit showed me the accurate information of the inquiries off the system and changes that were up to date on my
Right.
credit. So I don't know why that is.
What I would tell you is I've not experienced that, but if you have experienced it, and the reason why I say that is because if I see that happen, I normally log into Credit Dino directly and I refresh on Credit Dino to make sure, because sometimes people are not clicking the one-click import like they're supposed to, or they're just clicking the update. So if I see that happen, I normally log into Credit Dino. If I look and I see that the numbers are staying the same, I'll log into Credit Dino to check to make sure that it went through. But what I would suggest is to send that to Credit Dino. Like send your actual smart credit report to Credit Dino at support@Credit Dino and let them know that that happened, because it has to be, they need to know that it happened. And I would do the Loom video as well, showing them that you click the one-click import and that it didn't update. And that way they can tell you what the glitch was. Because I know right now, smart credit is not working in our system.
Oh, well, I just used it. Yeah, I used it the other day, but I'm just saying the information, and this has been over a couple of months. I would click and it wouldn't get me the most latest details of the credit report. It gave me the credit score and everything, but not the accurate details that were no longer on there. So it was kind of strange.
Yeah,
and
I would definitely say send it to them.
And I've had people sign up on Credit Dino where when they download it for the first time or they get on it, it'll only show them one credit score like Experian, but not the other two. It'll just be blank, or it'll show me a line like they couldn't pull the data.
Okay, so what was happening with that is that the address that they had, and I know you took the class before, but what was happening with that was the addresses were glitching. So what I personally found was that, so I had one client that her address in like Mississippi, like she had moved from Mississippi to Georgia. So 2 of the credit bureaus were registering her Georgia address, but the other one was not registering the Georgia address. So when Credit Dino was trying to pull it, it wouldn't pull that information over. So that was something that I saw. And what I saw with the workaround was making sure that you use if the person had just moved within the last 6 months, you're using the older address to pull the report.
Got it.
That would be the workaround for that. Oh, I like your questions. Anything else you got for me, friend?
Yeah, you talked about the freezing the third party. It's not really worth it because they own each other internally. Oh, but you know what? I am getting a lot of return mail from some of those creditors, or from different letters that went out that come to me at my home, and then I see that it was the letter I sent out that didn't get to the sender. So what do I do in that situation? I've had a couple of them.
So I personally, the law says that if a debt collector is trying to collect from you, they have to have the most up-to-date address on that profile. So what I would do is make a copy. Now, depending on what it says, if it says wrong address, period, if it says wrong address, then what you're going to do is make a copy of that envelope, and you're going to go ahead and write a letter to the credit bureau saying, I reached out to get in contact with this creditor, and this was advised that this was not the right address. Please remove it from the credit profile. There is a US code that you can leverage. I believe, I can't remember it offhand, but if you go to the, wait, are you in the mentorship, or are you?
Yeah.
You took this, okay.
I'm in the mentorship.
I thought so. If you're in the mentorship, when you go to the bonus tab, the US code link is there, and you'll be able to find it. And I just dropped in the Facebook different codes for different.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you want to, that's what I would do, as a free form letter in that particular case, if it specifically says wrong address. If it says they will not forward to the address, and then they provide you with the address to move to send it to, then you just need to pull the dispute out and send it to that forwarded address.
Okay.
Okay. So it depends on what that letter says.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
My pleasure. Any other questions you got for me?
No.
You are amazing. See, Tony be coming up in here with some good questions. Come on, Big Tony. Come on, Big T. By the way, if you need some construction services, okay, because we all here support each other. He be out here building stuff and helping people and flipping and whatnot. Okay, he don't flip, but he be flipping houses. Okay, so you better reach out to my friend Big T. He got you. Okay. Thank you for coming in. Question in the chat from Keyshawn is, for LexisNexis, is that system inside here too, or do I need to write that down? So on here, LexisNexis, Innovis, LCI, ARS, Credco, Clarity, DataX, Microtel, and FactorTrust are all letters that you can generate within the system. If your client is in other systems, then you would have to generate separate letters on your own for any other credit reporting agencies than the ones that are listed on the report. Great question, honey bunny. So no, you don't have to write it down at all. Do you use Free Score now? No, we use My Score IQ. Tony, you said that you were able to use smart credit the other day. How you unmute, my love? I need you to unmute me. Come on back to me, daddy. Come on back.
Yeah, I went ahead and imported smart credit, and I was able to dispute off of it.
How long ago did you do that? Can you log in and check to see? Because someone else told me that they were having an issue. Can you confirm? Because someone literally just inboxed me on the 20th and said that they're having an issue. And I did a one-on-one with someone and it was not working. So if you can confirm the date you send that out,
real quick.
that is amazing. So Peggy, my free score now is not an option. Identity IQ. Smart credit was an option, but their HTML code keeps switching. So there are times when it's a breeze and it's smooth, but there are other times when it be glitching up in this system. Okay. Quick question, which this may be off topic. Justin, what question you got, my love? And Tony is in Florida. Okay, come on, Tony, tell her where you at.
Miami.
Does Dispute Panda allow you to white label it and sell it as your own? I would say to send that message to the Dispute Panda, info@Dispute Panda. They will let you know if that's an option. I don't think that would be a problem. I do think it'd be a top tier cost though, like a high ticket.
Yeah, I reached out one time. It was like $15,000.
That's what I thought, 15 or so for you to have it.
Yeah. I did it 6 days ago.
6 days ago. Okay. So someone said that they were still having a glitch. So I'm going to go ahead and check it tonight because I have a couple of smart credit people that are still in my system that I still have links to. So I'll check it again so I can let them know. So 6 days ago, smart credit was up, y'all. Hallelujah, Jesus, won't he do it? Thank you, Tony. Okay, so was just wondering for sure. Yep, so they do offer you to do that. Wait, hold on. How do I know if they're in any of those systems? Oh, that's such a great question, Keyshawn. So Keyshawn's question is, how do I know if my client is in the other systems? So you would have to request the report in order to find out if the client is in those systems. So for instance, if a client is in bankruptcy, there are about 7 different places that the client can be on top of, outside of Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. There are other places that house that information. Pacer is a place. So you want to get the information and you would have to request the report from those particular agencies. Great question. Great question, Justin. Nice. I can definitely use your info for real estate clients. Okay, Pooh, let me. Oh, you hear that, Tony? You got a plug in the chat called Peggy. So I'm gonna need you to send Peggy a private message. Okay, make sure y'all share. Okay.
Thank you.
So y'all can connect. I love this. We're gonna grow together. Okay. And if y'all need a tax person, I don't know if y'all see that Loyalty Tax is in the building with her nails done. She got her nails done, y'all. That's why she out here. So if y'all need a tax, come on, somebody. She got her nails done. She got it did. So if y'all need a tax person, I know her for real. Okay. She know what she doing for real. Okay. I have no problem telling for real what's going on. Okay. And you can call me Sean. Oh, thank you. Cause I was gonna call you Sean all day. Cause Sean, I know I'm emphasizing Sean, but since she said Shauna, that's Shauna, right? Sean, we gonna talk Shauna. Thank you. Welcome. Hey, girl. All right. So any other questions before I dive into actually setting up my dummy account? Let me know. Do. Anything else? Okay. So we are going to dive in. I'm going to minimize the screen because I want to make sure that I'm letting y'all. I'm going to sign up right here while you guys are watching. And then I'm going to expand it again so it'll be easier. So I'm going to show you how to sign up. It's literally going to take me a few minutes. It's going to be a little bit longer than you guys doing it at home because, again, I loquacious. Okay, I talk too much. I chat too much, as my mother would say. So if you guys have any questions, concerns, or comments as I'm loading in, let me know. Now, when you're getting into the software, I'm going to tell you that I personally recommend that if you are going to be utilizing the platform for yourself as well as others. And I recommend, I don't care if you have an 800 credit score, if you have a 733, sidebar, if y'all don't know, if you have a 760, you get the same interest rate as someone with an 800 credit score. Just want to let y'all know that. So if y'all are still in the high numbers and you're like, well, my credit score is good, I'm going to tell y'all right now, before I got my divorce, because I'm lovely married, he put a ring on it now. So, you know, we remarried over here in these streets. We got the forever husband, like Barack was our forever president. We got our forever husband now. But before, okay, when I was with my first husband, my credit score was at a 700. Okay. And I was like, I don't need to fix my credit because, again, I was in the credit space. I had a girlfriend who was telling me adamantly she didn't need to worry about it. And I talked her down because I knew my credit score was good, but my credit file was not the way it needed to be. I had like 7 different names. Like someone legit spelt my name Rockwell on my credit report, y'all. Okay, I was mad. I was 38 hot. Okay. Rockwell is how she spelled my name. So for me, when I'm looking at credit, I'm looking at the credit report as a holistic space. Can this person get into an apartment? Do they look right to get a job? Like all of that, not just the numbers, because I'm going to tell y'all a little secret that most people don't say. You can get credit a lot faster if you have a low score, but you don't have any hiccups, charge off, collections, repos, things of that nature. Even if you're looking to get a house, you can still get these things that you need, right? So when I'm telling you guys about the system, I want to tell you guys that you have to have one email address as the owner of the platform. So if you're doing this for yourself and you're doing it for like your family and you don't have a business email addresses yet, that's fine, but you need to have 2 email addresses. So you can have Rocky Rose at Gmail as the owner of the account and Rocky Rose at Yahoo for the user of the account to go and work on your own file. All right. Terrence had a question before you get started. What questions you got, my love?
Hey, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. What's up? Mic check.
All right,
1, 2,
perfect. I
2.
couldn't figure out how to. Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to unmute. So I'm gonna stay on subject with that real quick. So like my wife's got five names. She's Filipino. So with that being said, so if I log into her credit, set her up an account, do all this and that, and it's misspelled or misrepresented, and it doesn't match her ID, so that can potentially be knocked off as well.
Yep.
Okay, that's pretty simple.
Yep.
Now my second question is going to be, how do you deal with the people that are like when I'm out here advertising, I got people hitting me up. You know, some of them are super over the hip, over the top about it, like, hey, let's do this, whatever. Then I've got some that are like, hey, listen, this is a scam. You chill out. And I'm like, how do you deal with stuff like that? How do you approach it without being like, hey, I can show you what I'm doing if that makes you feel better?
So several things. Number one, I switched my model from monthly to a pay per delete. Number one, you kind of get more money on the back end depending on your pricing point. Just a quick tip. Number 2, it's up to you if you want to give them the letters. If your client is saying, I think this is a scam, then you can let them know. So I have it where I give them money back if they don't see a result within the first 60 days. So you can have that as a clause that, hey, after you enroll into my program, if you don't see any results. And let's be clear, results does not mean score improvement, because I've had people, and I had a call with one of my mentees the other day, and they were like, well, a client score dropped 41 points. But on the back end, that same client also got off $20,000 worth of debt, right? So the number may have fallen, but I'm also educating you that yes, you lost these points, but you also lost $20,000 worth of debt. So now we can talk to you about how you can rebuild on the back end. But I got results, right? Something was deleted, something changed, something happened. So you want to be clear on what the result is going to be. And I think that one of the things that I talk to about when it comes to like people who are coming in the industry is setting an expectation. What should you be on the lookout for? Why should you be concerned if there's a drop in score versus a spike in score? Why did that drop or spike happen, right? So now you can have the tools for you to leverage on the other side. So it's up to you if you want to give them the letters or say, hey, when I mail out the letters, or you can turn around and say, I'll generate the letters for you and you can mail it off yourself. That's an option that you can give your clients as well. Does that sound good? You picking up what I'm putting down?
Absolutely. Like a specific example, I make it super clear, like, hey, these are, results are guaranteed, excuse me, for a money back guarantee, and I don't have a problem with that. But like, I had this woman, young lady, that confronted me about it and was like, hey, I'm really interested. I actually went to school with her husband that is like a few states away. And I was like, hey, no problem, cool, link up. Let's do this. And we started getting into it. And right before, payment was exchanged, she was just like, hey, I need you to send me all this kind of stuff. I want to verify that. I want to go through the Better Business Bureau. I think this is a scam. And I'm like, hey, man, I didn't know what to do. I run a catering business.
That's not your client. Let me tell you what to do. Say thank you so much. And if you want to, I have a DIY platform for you that you can utilize that costs $50 a month and you can mail your own letters. That's what you do. If someone is, first of all, how I'm gonna say this gently. Gentle parenting in me says, you already done jacked up your credit and you want to verify if I know what I'm doing. Did you already check my website? You already checked my variables. If you didn't, then that's fine. That's on you. And now here's what you can do to move forward. And then you can turn around and you can generate the letters if you want to, and you can give her the letters and have her mail it out herself. And then if she wants to then book a call to talk to you, then that's an additional fee. Because an all-inclusive done for you service means you're paying me a month, I'm taking care of everything, and I don't have to wait for you. But that's not your client. If they're that concerned, then you need to walk away. That's gonna be a headache.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I ended up doing. So I was just wondering how you like approach it. Like I said, I run a catering business, and I try my best not to lose clients. I can word myself very well, but that she kind of set me over the edge, and I was like, I don't really need you. This isn't for me. This isn't for you, clearly. So.
Well, and I love the verbiage, but what I would challenge you on is to say, I think that this is, credit repair is a partnership. There are things that I have to do and there are things that you have to do, and it requires us being comfortable with each other. So if at any time there's not any comfortability, no harm, no foul. I appreciate your service. If you know anyone else that would like to work with me, I do pay for referrals and you give them that link. That's it. No harm, no foul. You didn't lose anything because you would have lost gray hair. And I'm just going to tell you, because I have 3 clients right now that I want them to fire me. Okay. I'm waiting for them to do something so I can fire them because I was too nice. So you don't want to take on a headache. So you did good.
For sure. Well, with that being said, do you have some kind of contract or anything, with the exception of like the acceptance of a payment?
So I will drop a contract in the link. I'll drop a sample contract in the link, in the comments, so you can have access to it and you can see. Contracts are state specific, guys. I do want to let you know. And something that you said that I want to circle back to really quickly, guys. In credit repair, there are no guarantees. In the U.S. code, the 15 U.S. code, it literally says that we are not allowed to guarantee anything. What we can guarantee is that we will send out letters. We will upload the information. Whatever you're going to guarantee is what you're going to be doing. We cannot guarantee any results, whether it's score improvement, whether it's deletions, because that is against the law. So you want to make sure that you're following the guidelines per your state. But I will drop the sample contract in here so you will have access to it if you would like to take a look at it. My contract is written according to California law because it's more steep than Texas law. I just like to CYOA myself, but I will drop a sample contract for y'all to be able to review. Any other questions, Mr. C?
I'm good for now.
Wonderful. Okay, Shauna said, do we still get generated letters, or do we have to type up our own? So the system allows you to do both. If you have letters that you have utilized in the past that has been successful, or for instance, like I have a 1099 letter, I have a personal information letter. If they're letters that I specifically want to utilize for an account that I have had success, you can put those letters in the system and the system will generate it for you. But the system comes with automatically done letters, and they are catered to your client's profile. So especially if you're using Credit Dyno is connecting the data points and it's collecting all the information on the back end. So it makes it a lot easier for the system to actually track what letters are working best, because that's how we curate the guides whenever it's time for us to update them. So you get the option of doing both, but the system is going to generate letters specifically. Sneak says, I think results is great wording. Had a client from when I was in the RV. Was in RV sale, asked me what is my guarantee for score improvement, and I didn't know exactly how to word that there's no guarantee and still make sense. Come on, somebody. Give them an old 602 letter. I am not playing with you, Dex. You need a whooping right there. That was funny. Yeah, results may vary, okay? Just like your credit report might vary, just like my size might vary. I'm 192 pounds and I look different from my cousin who's 200 pounds and she looks smaller than me, that big, tall, luscious Linda. So results may vary just like people may vary, just like snowflakes may vary, right? You want to tell them that what I guarantee is that I will work hard for you, but the results are going to be contingent on our partnership. Because there's a dance that you got to do, and then there's a dance that I got to do. All right. Shauna said, also say, for instance, if I get an LO, and is that, oh, okay, I get a loan. Sorry, there was something blocking it. Say I get a loan, I get it deleted off my credit. Am I able to spin the block and get another loan? Wow, that's a great question. So that has nothing to do with the system, but because I like y'all today, I'm gonna answer this question, okay? Now, the system question, now y'all don't come here with no extra stuff, okay? But since y'all came to Club Wendy, we gonna talk about it. So what I'm going to tell you is it depends on the lender. A lot of times people don't understand that some lenders will write you off. So like Amex, if you get Amex deleted off your credit report, or certain lenders deleted off your credit report, they will still never give you funding again. So understand that just now, some other creditors, they'll give it to you and they'll keep giving it to you. Like Capital One is a company that you can owe them 2 different cards and they will still give you funding. Okay, they'll still give you another credit card. But some other lenders are like, no, you have burnt this bridge and you cannot come back. Chase is good for doing that. American Express is good for doing that, just to name 2 that I know off the top of my head. So please be careful, because a lot of people think that just because the debt is deleted off of the report, that doesn't mean that you still don't owe the debt, y'all. That debt is still owed. The question is it still collectible? So number 1, there is a collectability date. So for some states, so for instance, I live in the state of Texas, as I stated. Texas is a 3-year collectability state. That does not mean that I still don't owe the debt after 3 years. That just means that they can't take me to court after 3 years. Okay. So if I still owe Citibank and Citibank says it's been, it's year 4, I go ahead and I get the 1099 that says that they wrote off the debt or whatever the case may be, they can still turn around and deny me from working with them again because I've already burnt that bridge with them. So don't think that just because you get it removed, that automatically means that door is open for you to work with them again. Some of them will not give that capability. Dex dropped his information, says, oh, Dex, was that for Nikki? Was that for loyalty tax? Loyalty tax, read the chat, honey. I think he's talking to you, boo. I think he's talking to you. And then, oh no, that was a great question, Shauna. I love the question. No, my bad. We here to learn together. All right, Treen Bean, what's going on? What's your question, my love?
Okay, so my daughter tried to sign up for Credit Dino, and it kind of rejected her because she didn't know her information. So it told her that she couldn't do it. So what do I do now?
You can call customer service and ask them to help you unlock, or she can go back in and try again. She would have to answer the questions. If she can't answer the questions, then you would have to get her in a different platform, because ultimately she needs to be able to answer her own identification questions then.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure, boo. Connie in the building. Hey, Connie. Is it possible to access this recording? So to answer the question, if you go to YouTube and you type in Dispute Panda, you will see our information and you can watch the replays of most of the classes that we have. Some of the classes we may not, but most of the classes you have the ability to see. Great question. All right. So we're gonna dive on in. So y'all see I done made my fake name up here. Don't y'all judge my email address. Okay, magiccity@fakemail.com. Okay, that is my fake business email address. Okay. So if I had a if I had a business, if I had a business email, then I would automatically just put that business name and that business email address in. But as y'all can tell, I don't. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put in my password. And I'm going to click this. Now, the option that they have here is to email me about special offers and promotions and all of that. Y'all may not know me, but I am a mother of 4, okay? Although my oldest son does not live here, he still lives in my pocketbook sometimes, okay? He was in Florida right now, and I had to help him for 2 hours to try and find a ticket back because Delta had him stranded in Florida, okay? So I need my discounts. I need my up-to-date information. I like to be in the VIP, okay? So because of that, I'm going to check this box. It is completely up to you if you check the box or not. Yes, Clarence, I am going to Magic City, okay, at fakemail.com. Just somebody else, okay? This here is commentary filled, not judgeration, okay? We're not here to judge. We're here to just participate in the chicanery. That's what we're here for, participation. All right. So the system is going to open up and it's going to get to the service agreement. This is telling you how the system works, what to expect of Dispute Panda, what Dispute Panda expects of you as the consumer, and you want to go ahead and read it. I am not going to read this on today. Okay, y'all. Did y'all not hear I was having a scratchy throat? I'm not reading this on today. However, y'all better read that contract so y'all know what's going on, okay? This black bar will go away once you verify the email. As you guys can see on today, I am not going to verify any email. So I'm going to be able to still run through it, and I'm going to show you guys how. Now, on the main screen of the dashboard, you can search for clients by going up here by the magnifying glass. You do need to have at least 3 characters for the system to pull the clients up. The main system will show you rounds, what rounds your client is on, any missing documents that are needed for your clients, and any upcoming birthdays. I already stressed to y'all the importance of drip money, okay? So if you guys are looking to earn extra credits, and the system uses what's known as credits in order to go ahead and dispute letters for you, okay? Again, I know some people came in a little bit later. So on today, when we're in this training today, guys, I'm going to be teaching you how to dispute using the free platform and generating the letters without putting $1 down. So pay attention to that balance because I'm not adding any money, but I'm going to be able to dispute my rounds, okay? If you guys are wanting to get some drip money, I am going to go ahead and tell you to click on that earn extra credit link. It will take you into the settings tab where you can accept to become a referral partner. And if you guys are in the car dealership business, real estate industry, whatever, I want you guys to check on this so that once the affiliate program opens up again for you guys, you'll be able to get money off of people that are signing up under your affiliate link. Okay. So again, drip, because we here to learn how to drip, okay? If you want to upgrade to Dispute Panda Pro, and we're going to cover some of those features in a minute, you can do that here. But the other drip money that we want to talk about is Credit Dino. With Credit Dino, you earn a minimum of $8. You also get a free round of disputes every 35 days that your client keeps the program. So what that means for you is if your client has Credit Dino and you're using Dispute Panda, you are able to link the softwares together. They work together in tandem. And as long as you're pulling the report every 35 days, you're going to get a free round of attack. I'm going to go over some of the amazing features with Credit Dino. So number 1, you get a full 7-year report for your client. Number 2, you get to get an account health and history, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. But number 3, I'm operating in the positive straight out the gate when I'm using Credit Dino. So normally this platform is free, but I'm paying $17 a month for the dispute. Well, if they're using Credit Dino, I get that $17 credit for the client for the letters, and I made $8 if they sign up under my platform. So you're coming out ahead when you're leveraging the platform for Credit Dino. All you have to do is put your username, your information in here, create a password. It will give you a link. And one of the things that I do is I drop a little comment on the 1st, the 15th, and the 30th, like, why y'all playing with y'all credit? Just click the link, right? And then a lot of times what that will help you do is also build up your email list. So the people who sign up, you can actually reach out to them if you're having a free class, a free course, whatever, and let them know, hey, my loves, you signed up for this. I wanted to offer you this. Here's the class date. You just kind of, and you're able to just kind of make money silently. So I love the options that you get to utilize with Credit Dino, and just thinking outside of the box to make connections and get people going, right? So that's the main page. Under here is the report that gives you information for the month when it comes to your clients or your profile. When you click on the clients tab, you can see your active clients, your inactive clients. If you are importing them from a different platform, you can do that with the CSV file. If you are having an issue importing, you can send the CSV file to info@disputepanda.com, and our support team will help you with pulling the clients in. If you want to add a new client, you will click on the new client tab to do that. And we're going to do that in just a moment. I just want to take you through all the tabs. The letter tab shows you the information of letters that have gone out with your clients. I like to cover the Panda guidelines when it comes to letters. Please note that the only thing that is trackable is certified mail. Certified mail is the only thing that you're able to track. When it comes to when it says first class is you doing the same thing, like you taking these envelopes and you're going down to the post office with a stamp. That's what first class mail is, okay? The system can send out either or for you. You will pay for that luxury. You are also able to see when it gets sent out. The law states, just in case anyone is not aware, the law states that you are required to allow for the credit bureaus to dispute your file and work your file for 30 days. So if you sent a letter out on day 5 or day 1 and it's day 7, you are still supposed to allow the 30 days for it to run through before you send another round of letters out. Otherwise, it's could deemed as frivolous, number 1. Number 2, the other thing that can happen is you're giving the credit bureau an additional 15 days per the law for them to go ahead and actually work your disputes. So you don't want to give them more time because they're already taking enough, and you know they like to stall on people. So you want to follow those guidelines when you're working around. Now, if you are a person like me that has no problem sending it to multiple addresses, that is a method that you can use because the credit bureaus do have multiple addresses, but I don't want you to send more letters than what is required per law, okay? Because you could end up putting yourself in a iffy spot. So yes, the more the merrier in the sense of sending it to multiple addresses, but not sending multiple rounds within that 30-day window. You're going to be in violation and they're going to get more time, okay? Want to make sure we cover that. Inbox. Now, inbox is a pro feature. So this, I'm sorry, did someone have a question?
Yes, ma'am.
What's up, Justin?
Yes. Thank you for presenting. Number 1, really appreciate it. Sorry for being late. Just had a question. So just 1 round per address. That's it within 30 days.
1 round per address within a 30-day window, because the law says that they have 30 days to dispute. So the reason why Credit Dino gives you a 35-day window, because it roughly takes about 4 to 5 days for the letters to get there, 30 days for them to process, and then you should be able to update and get the information for your client.
Okay. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, boo. Great question. Any other questions down here? Let me know. Cool. All right. So the inbox is a safe client portal access where your clients can have conversations with you and converse in the inbox. Connie, friend, did you get your credit monitoring on today? I know today you coming in this room to go ahead and dispute with me today. You dispute with me today, Miss Connie? Condoleezza Rice. I know you hear me talking to you, Connie.
Yes. I email, I'm having a lot of system issue, or as they say, operator problem.
Okay.
I signed up, put my friends in in there, and I couldn't upload anything. But it wouldn't take the information that I saved from last week, and it wouldn't let me go into the involvedlife.com.
What you talking about?
I don't know no more. I know I tried to respond, and it just wouldn't let me do anything
Are you talking about within Dispute Panda, or are you saying that you sent me a message?
I sent you a message, and when I signed up my phone with the put their information in, I had to upload their ID and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I couldn't get in to take the upload. So I probably have to do it from my phone. But do my go through my my Outlook on my phone and take pictures and then try to upload it that way.
Well, what I would tell you is if you have access to your Outlook on your computer, download it as a PDF, and that way you have a better opportunity to upload it.
Okay, because I did.
Okay.
I got 3 people, myself and 2 other people. I'm waiting
Come
for my
on, somebody.
sister to respond. And then
Come on, Connie.
yeah, I'm working. I told you I'm gonna do it. Well, I'm like,
Okay.
oh my goodness.
Well, if you need, I am going to be dropping the workroom on Saturday. I think I dropped it in the last Zoom. I'll drop the link for the workroom this Saturday as well. Peoria said, congratulations. I'm so proud of Connie. She's out here dipping and doing in these credit streets. Come on, somebody. Okay. So proud of you, Connie.
Thank you.
Shauna said, so dispute per 30 days. So if you are using Credit Dino, you are not generating a letter until after 35 days, because if you do it before 35 days, you do not get the free round of attack. If you are using another platform, by all means, if you want to do it 30, I personally am a 40 to 45 day company. That is what I tell my clients, because I want them to know, don't be harassing me every 30 days. Go ahead, sit down now. Go ahead and have some chicken. Go ahead and have some watermelon. Don't you upset my good baby hairs that I just laid down. Okay. So I want Shauna, I that question, I want to make sure I'm understanding the phrase. So are you saying one dispute, or are you saying one dispute letter? Because I'm talking about a letter. When we are disputing the profile and as we go through the system, you'll be able to see that the letters are curated depending on what letters you have, where it's capped. You can either have 10 disputes on one letter, 7 disputes on one letter. So the letters cap how many can go out in one particular letter, but that doesn't mean that you're only doing one specific dispute. So if the client has 15 negative items, you're not sending out one a month. I want to make sure I'm clear. What I'm saying is you're only sending out one round of dispute letters per 30-day window, 35-day window.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like one dispute letter per dispute.
Nope. I'm going to show you in the system, because I don't do that. Anybody got time to play these long? We are not LexisNexis over here. I'm sorry. Lexington Law over here. We are over here trying to dip and do, get you in, turn and burn. No. We want you to tell your family to come pull up on us. Pull up on me. We can't do that if we're doing it once a month. I mean, just one dispute per month. No. You going to see that in a minute. I'm going to show you. I love the question. Yeah. Come on, somebody. Come on. Clarence said, where do you go to familiarize with yourself with the laws for credit disputing per state? I'm in Tennessee and I Googled, but I'm very vague. So I can tell you that personally, I'm a certified licensed credit repair consultant. I'm also a score enhancer, and I use CCA to get my certification. They also give you information on what your state specifics are, but you can Google your state and type in CRO. And if your state has contractual obligations, you'll be able to pull that information up as well. CRO stands for Credit Repair Organization. Okay, some places you have to pay an extra fee, blah, blah, blah. Okay, all right. So the next option is the report. So let me go ahead and minimize this, because I always be messing up my screen, y'all. And I want to show y'all some good stuff. Let me show y'all some good stuff. Hold on, Dispute Panda documents. All right, so this right here is what the reports looks like when you have Pro. It is a Pro feature that you need to have. What it does is it tracks your increase, deletions, total debt that's removed. And if you guys are on my Facebook or my Instagram today, I actually posted, oh no, I think it was yesterday. Maybe it was yesterday. I posted my results for the month so far. I actually am going to be pulling clients this weekend and working files. So I'll be able to post a new result on the platform as well. But this gives you a way for you to entice and get people to sign up. And it actually allows you to do this on the client level as well as on the consumer level. And this is what it looks like. So if you put your logo on there, your business information, which I'm going to show you where you can add that, you can use this as a marketing tool to send it to people on your social media to let them know that you're out here dipping and doing. Okay. So that's what the report tab looks like. And it's on the company level as well as on the client level when you're on the pro. The subscription tab is where you can add your merchant service. You can add your contracts. I did say I was going to drop the contract. So let me drop a sample contract in here for you guys. There you go. And then, of course, you have the training and the contact us. Any questions on the tabs that we've covered so far before I go into the settings? Let me know. Let me know. No questions? I can't see the display. What display you talking about, Justin?
The sample you say you just added, it's in the chat? Oh.
Mm-hmm. It's in the
I
chat,
see
my
it.
love.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Good question. All right. So there are two ways that you can get to the settings. You can go by clicking on the balance tab, which shows you how much money you have in the bucket. And as I said, y'all, I ain't putting no money in the bucket. I'm finna work. Finna. You know, there was a guy that I went to church with. His name was Finna. Never mind. Don't even worry about that. I was in Florida for a little while. Okay. His name was Finna. But anyway, I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to do it. I'm not adding any money, so I'm not going to put any razzle dazzle. Y'all going to be able to see it. So to dispute, we have to review training. Completely up to you. Like, I'm going to show you guys today what the dispute looks like, but yes, you can go to the training tab. If you go to the training tab, there's actually how to do the one-click import, and then there is the disputing tab. Like, it literally tells you how to do everything from start to finish. And if you want a full tutorial walkthrough, you actually have it here. So it literally takes you through everything that you need to do. I'm also going to do that today. Did you have a question, Mr. Justin?
Yes, when you said it's here, the training / walkthrough, it's here. What do you mean? Is that the 14 page? It says Dispute Panda Attack Guide -3.
Okay. So yes. So when you click on the training tab, right here, the first thing that you want to do is click on free downloads. I know you came in a little late, so I'm gonna reverse it just a little bit, guys. Give me 1 second, everyone. So when you click on the training tab, the very first thing at the top says free download. When you download that, it gives you the actual guide step by step for a full 12-month period for you to dispute a client's profile. Are you going to need 12 months? We don't know. But I was answering Peggy's question in the chat saying about the video, about watching the training, reviewing the training. The training tab does have the full walkthrough. So if you're wanting to know how to get free attacks, how to dispute, how to add a client. So this video right here, how to add a client to Dispute Panda and get a free attack, the system literally walks you through from start to finish exactly what I'm going to be doing tonight as well. So if you missed it, you didn't miss that part yet, Justin, because we about to get into it. But but the one thing I want to point out when it comes to training is to download the guide. Now, I did also put the old guide in the chat because there were some people that were using the old guide, and the old guide had a certified letter process where the new guide does not have certified letters. So that's the biggest difference between the old guide and the new guide. Does that sound good? Oh, I love the thumbs up. Come on, Justin. Come on. You
Yes,
off mute, by the way. You
absolutely.
can just talk to me, friend. You can just talk to me. Talk to me, baby. Sorry, I'm gonna stop acting up. I'm gonna stop acting up, y'all. Not today, but someday I'm gonna stop acting up. Okay.
You're great.
So let's go ahead and put this here. Cool. All right. So the next. Oh, did you have a question for me, TK?
No, I just took it. I was changing my phone. I'm finna put my phone on the charger.
Okay,
I'm
gotcha.
sorry.
We here. You fine, boo. Okay. So when you click on the settings tab, the first thing that it will take you to is the profile. The profile is your name. If you want to change your email address from Magic City to like Magic Credit. Sidebar, I know I'm not your business coach. Please do not put credit in your business name. Please do not put credit in your business name. You can put credit in your DBA, but if you have an LLC, if you are setting up, you want to put consulting, you want to put financial consulting, you can even say you a coach. I'm telling you now that it's going to make it difficult for you to get funding in certain places. If you already have credit in your name, Bank of America is an ideal bank for you to leverage, as well as Nuvo Bank. But a lot of the merchant service providers are not going to want to support you because you have credit in the name. So I just want to be transparent and give you guys that heads up. If you guys are in the process of generating your business, you want to make sure you take credit all the way up out of there. Okay. Now once you're looking at this platform, when it says portfolio, if you change the email address, you change your phone number, you can put it here. You can put your picture in here, but please note that no one's going to see the picture unless you upgrade to pro. So you're going to see your beautiful face, and I'm okay with that. Like, it's cool. If you decide to move from, go ahead.
So you're saying, I thought, so, okay, I think I got it. I don't get it.
Okay, talk to me.
You said don't put credit, like if you have an LLC, do not put credit in the business name. Put the credit in your name.
No, what I'm telling you, so for instance, my business name is Evolving Eve Consulting Services, right?
Right.
I do credit repair. My DBA is Evolving Credit, but my business name that is registered and licensed, that I have my actual bank accounts with, that I'm doing everything with, is Evolving Eve Consulting Services. Because when you go ahead, so the question in the chat is DBA, doing business as. So you want to have your business name, my primary business that's plastered everywhere, is Evolving Eve Consulting Services. There is a code for, see, iPad has it in there. NACA is a code that is used for your business. Our business as credit repair is considered risky. So credit repair, casinos, strip club, where the money resides. Okay, come on, y'all, where the money resides. They call us risky business. Just like cash advance, payday loans, those are risky businesses to be a part of. So it makes it harder for you to get merchant service accounts, bank accounts. Like for instance, if you have credit in your business name and you are with Navy Federal, which Navy Federal does give good loans. I do want to tell you they're not the only one. Truist Bank is a good one. Prosperity Bank is a good one. But Navy Federal will not give you funding because you have credit in your name. If you don't have credit in your name, but they go on your website and see that you are a credit repair company, they will deny you. So you want to be very careful that what you're putting out in the front facing is a consulting company, a financial coaching company, an educating company. But in your business name, two things you do not need. You do not need LLC. LLC is a designation of your type of business, just like an S corp, a corporation, whatever. And you do not need it to have credit in the name, because it will make it hard for you to get, and they charge you more. In my opinion, I've had a merchant service previously, and I feel like I was charged more once I opened my credit repair company than before.
Okay. Someone asked the question. That was a good question.
Are you talking about where it says, do you have to have a website?
Yeah.
So it depends on how you're doing business. That is completely up to you. I'm going to tell you that if you're going to be building business credit for your business, you need to have a website. You need to have a website designation. You need to have a virtual address. You don't have to use your main address. Like, there's certain things that you need to have in tow in order for your business to be considered a legitimate business. So even if all you have is a landing page to your business, then you're good to go. Great question.
When you said, okay, you said like Navy Federal. I've heard that Navy Federal is a good funding source. And then you said Prosperity Bank
And Truist Bank.
and
First Tech gives you higher limits than Navy Federal does.
but like Truist is on the East Coast. I'm in Vegas.
It's 7:30.
So like a lot of banks out here have never heard of like what do you call it, like no doc loans, etc. Is there a way to, so for instance, I'll give you an example. The only bank, and I haven't like applied to several of them, but US Bank, like they wanted to give me they said they would give me 80% if I put 20% down for a Turo business. That's not like I'm coming to you for a loan because I need the loan. You get what I'm saying? Do you know of any banks on, like, I guess the West Coast that you can, walk into where they'll give you 100% of whatever you ask for, specifically for a Turo business?
I can tell you personally for Turo that's a little outside of the scope of the call, but
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. What I will tell you is that for Turo, I get good results from BOA and Chase. Now, I'm gonna be transparent, y'all. I am from the West Coast. I do have connections that are on the West Coast. So if you want to connect with me, you can send me your info. I did drop my email in here, and it'd be my pleasure to go ahead and do an intro between you and the people that I do know on the Vegas side, because I know a bunch of people over in Vegas right now. Because I was at CreditCon and I met some of them. So yeah, you can hit me up and you can send that out. But as far as like Turo, someone that I worked with before, he had a fleet of 20 Turo vehicles, and he went through BOA to get the support that he needed. And then he got like 4 fleets at one. He got 4 cars at one time.
Thank you so much, and I'll keep it out of mind.
No, you are fine, my love. Oh, you the plug I see all day. Okay, I'm the outlet, y'all. Don't you see? I'm bright. Okay, come on, somebody. Y'all gotta know it. Y'all gotta know. Okay, let me get back to business. So when you click on the organization tab, y'all, you can drop your logo in here. This is where you put all your business contact, website, email address. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't want to skip over something. Shauna said, I don't know where to even start. So I'm going to tell you that it depends on what you're looking to do. So when you're saying not knowing where to start, there are different pieces of the puzzle that needs to go through. I think I probably need to go back and do a business 101. So the foundation of what you're starting when it comes to the entity of the business itself, registering it to your state, you need to know what your state laws are. And then if you email me business checklist, I can send you a checklist of what you need to have in order to make sure that you're running the business portion, the business side, the way that you're supposed to. I also have a person that does it for you. So if you're needing a website set up, email set up, phone number set up, register your business articles, we do that as well over here. So you can do that. How did you get to this page? And yes, I need a one-on-one. I wasn't ready for this. I will drop my link for one-on-one so that you guys can book if you guys have any questions in the chat. And how I got to this page, hold on one second. You can either click on balance over here, or you can click on these 3 dots and go to settings. It'll still take you where you need to go. Jason, that is my email address. You got it. You got me, boo. So once you get into the settings, you will be able to click on organization, because that's where we're at now, and you'll be able to put your logo in. So once you switch this, as you're doing it for yourself, your friends, your family, you can come in here, put your logo in. You can put all of the contracts and stuff in here. And then you can also give a team member. So let's say, for instance, my niece, she just moved in with me, harassing me. Okay. So she now does my letters with me. I'm teaching her how to do credit repair. So that could be another stream of revenue when she moves out that she can learn how to do and process. So I gave her access to my platform until she goes ahead and she makes her own platform and she's ready to do credit repair all on her own, right? So I'm teaching her the ins and outs of what to go. I don't have to give her my username and password. So she's not using Magic City at fakemail.com. She's using her own email address, and then she creates her own password. So I don't have to share. If you have affiliate partnership with MyScore IQ, Smart Credit, Identity IQ, or Credit Dino, you can plug the information in here. And what you're able to do is once you have the pro, you can keep all of these on, or you can turn them off and only keep on the ones that are applicable that you want to have leverage to, right? And this will show up when the client gets the contract. It'll take them through, fill out the contract, sign up for credit monitoring, all of the things that you're able to do here. Comment says, nice. I have a business startup book on Amazon that will walk you through setting up. It's called Holla. You better get the link, Peggy. Don't just say that now. We here, each one teach one. Go ahead and drop the link. I need you to go get the book and give it to the people. Okay? Come on, Peggy, coming through talking about how to set up. And she needs to have a class so she can do a group walkthrough. Just saying. Come back so we can do that. All right. Nisi, can you turn on the AC, please? Because I'm melting. I am sugar and I'm melting over here. Okay. If you guys want to change the address, remember I was talking earlier where you can go ahead and send the dispute letters to multiple addresses for the credit bureau. There's sometimes that I may come in here and I may use one address for 1 month, another address for the next month. To be quite honest, I do have my envelopes pre-done. So these are currently empty because I did a couple letters, but I have the envelopes already done. So I have 3 addresses for TransUnion, 2 that I use for Experian, and 2 that I use for Equifax. So I will print out double of the letters and I will go ahead and send it to those addresses. But let's say I wanted the letter to be printed specifically with that address on here. You can come and edit that address, but it only applies to that one letter, if that makes any sense. It doesn't apply to anything else. So we're going to go ahead and exit there. For the billing is where you would go ahead and put your payment plan in here. What I want to advise is that if you're using this platform and you're helping your friends, your family, they are to give you the money. The only person's payment information that should be here is the owner of the platform. Okay. If you want to upgrade to the pro, you can do that here for $1. If you want to load money, which is known as credits, you can do that in $20 increments. Now, one of the things that I love about Dispute Panda is that they give you an option to do a subscribe and save. When you subscribe and save, if you go ahead and set it up to where it pulls $20 every 30 days, you get $30 instead of $20. And if you do $60, you get $90 instead of $60. I want to point out that if you use all the money that is here, you do not have the option to do the same thing if you run out of the money. So if you run out of the $90 and you come here and you put $100 in, all you're getting is $100. It's not going to give you that 50% boost. Okay. The invoice tab is where you can see your invoices for your clients. If you're on the pro, your pro payments, as well as any statements for your clients. The activity tab is where you can see the attack for the letters that go out, any mailing that has gone out for your clients, as well as any attack credit. The integration tab, where does the credit go towards? So remember at the beginning, I said that you had to pay $17 per round. So if you're using Identity IQ, MyScore IQ, then you're paying $17 for that round. If you're using Credit Dino, you're not paying for it. So when you load the money in the system, it can be used to generate the dispute letters for your clients, or it can be used to generate mail. So if, let's say, you do a free round because you're using Credit Dino, but you want the system to mail the letters out for you, then you have to use those credits that's in the system for it to be mailed out. Great question. Let me know if you picked it up and put it in your pocket, friend. Let me know. All right. The integration is where I was at next. Integration is where you can connect one software to another. So for instance, I have an automation software that my mentees get access to at a discounted rate, and they're able to go into the platform and actually have a whole email sequence for leads, for actual current clients, it actually does all their automations and it sets up the client's calendar. So it has your calendar in there. It sends text messages to them, emails to them. You actually have a website portal. You have a funnel that's in there, as well as master resale rights on digital products. That's all in that automation software. So let's say you have a lead that comes in on one end, and then it'll automatically put that lead into Dispute Panda when they convert as a client. Or if the client signs up with Dispute Panda, it will automatically migrate them over into your system. But that connection is Zapier that would be able to do that for you. So I wanted to kind of show you guys that that's an option there. And we already covered the referrals. So before we get started with the client, loading our test clients, do we have any questions, comments, or concerns? Because I want to drink some water. Any questions? Any questions? Y'all ain't got no questions, right? But I want to drink some water. See how y'all do me in these streets? It's okay. I see how y'all do me. Okay. So before I load my test client, I'm going to Shauna know what I'm talking about. Y'all be doing me so wrong sometimes. Oh, it's always on a Monday. Okay. I'm going to drop this in the chat. So when we're talking about disputing, from all my ones that are in the room, there are two things that are required when we are disputing our client's profile. One is your proof of identification, and two is your proof of address. Okay. They do have another option, which is other. So for instance, if your client comes in and they have a valid driver's license, and when I say valid, what I mean is the address on it is good. It has not expired. That means it is a valid driver's license. If your client has 1515 Mockingbird Lane, but he now lives at 2703 Littlewood Drive, that driver's license is not valid. The goal is to get one name, one address, one date of birth, one social on your client's profile. That is the ultimate goal. So if the driver's license is not valid, yes, my appointment does cost $97. It is going to increase, I think, next month. But yes, it is $97 now. If your client does not have a valid driver's license, I need you to pick something else from the list. If you are using the Social Security card as a proof of identification, you do not need to put the Social Security card under the other tab. You're just using it as the identification, and then you're going to provide another supporting document as a proof of address. Okay? Just want to make sure that's clear. Rule of thumb, if you're using a residential address every 60 to 90 days as best practice, you want to get an updated residential bill. The workaround for that is using your client's bank statement, mortgage statement, rental agreement, or a cell phone bill that goes to that specific address. Okay, that way you'll have all the documents you need to go ahead and help your clients dispute their profile. If your client does not have a driver's license, their Social Security card looks like it's been eaten up by chihuahuas. Okay, then use their passport. You can use their birth certificate. You can use a paycheck stub, but you have to make sure that everything that you're sending is matching across the board. Okay, I want to make sure I cover that. Any questions on that before we load our test client in?
When you say client, I mean, you obviously we can be, because what I want to do is I want to test this thing on myself first.
You are a client. You're your client.
Okay. I'm just making sure. That's a dumb question. Sorry.
No, you good, boo. There are no dumb questions here. All right. Ain't nobody judging. Now, I want to point out that the only thing that you need is your first name and your last name. You are not required to enter the middle name. You are not required to enter suffix. So what that means to you is while you are going through the system, unless you have a client that says, no, I go by Usher Raymond V. Okay, that was my boyfriend back in the day. Don't worry about it. We don't go together no more because he don't know how to act right. Okay, but me and him did go together in my mind when I was 14. Okay, so anyway, if he goes by Usher Raymond IV, Usher Raymond VI, Trey Songz the 15th, if they're actively using it on their identification, then by all means put it in there. Is it required? The answer is no. The only thing that is required is the first name and the last name, guys. Okay. Now, when it comes to the email address, let me see. Sky.
So wait, so on this training, on the Credit Dino attack flow, like when it says attack name, Punch of Fury, like this is I'm confused.
Well, before you jump there, let's stay here because I'm gonna get to there. We're gonna explain that. So that way you're not lost in the sauce, okay? Because we're gonna get to that as soon as we load the client in. So you're gonna put the name, you wanna have the email address in there, you wanna have the phone number. You can have the same phone numbers, you just cannot have the same email address, okay? When you are loading the address, if they have a suite, a level, a condo, a unit, you want to go ahead and plug that information in that corresponding line, but you do not want to put everything in its space. Please remember that these letters are going to be generated with the information that you have on file. 76549. Okay. So you want to make sure that it's accurate information that you're putting in. And by the way, all of y'all missed my birthday. It's okay. I take gifts. Just go on my Facebook and say, hey, boo, hey, that's great. But you want to make sure the client's birthday is in here. If you guys are on the pro platform, you're going to click invite client and it will automatically send them the invite where they can fill out the contract and all of the things. Thank you so much, Justin. See, you love me, Chan. Clarence said, Miss Raquel, I just wanted to say thank you. And everyone here is very much for the knowledge and guidance. I love attending these calls and plan to continue in the future. I have to cut out short tonight. I have a bit. Oh, well, congratulations on your catering gig, child. Let me know what state you're in because I might need your help. Okay, thank you. Bye. Because I do have a TV show that I'm curating and I want a chef to come that day. So just let me know. Clarence, if you're still in here, did Clarence leave me? I feel like Clarence dropped that like a bad habit. Okay, Clarence is still here. Clarence, I need you to shoot me an email. Let me know where you at, big homie, because I might need your services. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. Thank you. Okay, my birthday passed, child. It's not my birthday right now. Don't worry about it. I'm just making fun of y'all. Don't worry about me, okay? All right, so now you hit save and it's going to load the client in the system, okay? Now, once you get here, and Miss Connie, I heard that you said that you had an issue. I want to make sure that we're clear that as you're loading the client's information, it's going to take a PDF. It can actually take an image, so a JPEG image. It can take when you're loading the client into the system. So what you're going to do is you're either going to click on the file or you're going to drag and drop. Y'all know I'm a dragger and a dropper, okay? So I'm going to grab it. I'm going to grab it and I'm going to drop it. If your client has their ID and there's a whole big picture, you can crop it down to the size in which you just need the ID for, because the goal is to get all of the documentations on no more than 2 pieces of paper. We don't need to use up a whole bunch of trees, and we definitely don't need to give them more information that's required. So when we're looking at bills, let's say they're giving us a bill, a cell phone bill, a bank statement, all you need to do is crop it down to exactly the information that you need, and that is it. That is all. Everything else, they don't need to see. Number one, if your client, like this client, has a balance for, which means that they past due, we are not sending them any evidence that our client is past due. We're not doing that. No, we just gonna go ahead and crop it out and call it a day. This way, everything that they need the address, they have the date, that's all that they need, and that's all that you want to have done, okay? When it comes to the Social Security card, you're going to grab it, drop it if it applies for your client. Again, it's not required, but you can utilize it. If you're using MyScore IQ or Identity IQ, you're going to click on Upload File. And you're going to upload the client's file. If you are using Smart Credit, you're going to copy the HTML code, and that information is located in the training guide itself. Hold on, let me go back to all training right here on how to import from Smart Credit. Okay, if you guys are using Credit Dino, you ain't got to worry about none of that. Okay, now you can still house your client's information in here. I do want to point out that if your client is using any other credit monitoring software, you need to log into that software. You need to update the report every 30 to 35 days. And then you can't see my displays. What you talking about, my love? What can't you see? You can't see my screen right now? I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to reshare again. Hang on 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hey, because I'm a singer. All right, y'all can see me now? Cool beans. All right. So you can house your client's login information in here, but please be aware that if it's not Credit Dino, you have to go through that other platform and then you have to click the one click. You have to download the file and then bring it here. When you're using Credit Dino, you do not have to do any of that. So you're able to come in here and do a one-click import for your client. So I'm going to show you guys what that means, and I'm going to show you how I earn a free credit. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to click one-click import. Do, 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 do. My kids are playing on the Wi-Fi, and that's why, see, this is why I be getting rid of these children. Okay, that's why they gotta go. They gotta go. Because my son up there playing the X of the box. That's why it took so long, y'all. Okay, so you're able to see, thank you for using Credit Dino. You earn 1 free attack credit every 35 days. See it right here? Every 35 days. So Shauna, every 35 days, if you are using Credit Dino, you are able to go ahead and pull the attacks. Now, when it comes to these letters here that says static letters, you need to have money in your bucket to generate these letters. The minimum that you are allowed to load on the platform is $20. The minimum that you need to have in your account to generate those letters to the other credit reporting agencies is $1. So if you are using Identity IQ, Smart Credit, My Score IQ, it's going to charge you $17 to generate that round of letters, but you'll still have money left over to do the other credit reporting agencies that are listed. Let me know if you picked up what I'm putting down, boo. And let me know. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, cool. So now you see that 1 credit here. Over here on the side, it says 1 credit. So I'm going to now, since I've loaded the client's profile, I have the identifications in here. I'm now going to click on disputing. And now I'm going to tell the system what I want to dispute. So where Justin was just a while ago was he was already at the I'm about to attack. That's what the letters are. These are the letter names and what you're going to be selecting. We're not going to do that just yet. We're going to go to what are we disputing? So to Shauna's question is how many things can I dispute? You can select it. The system is going to automatically select every negative account that is impacting your client's profile within the last 24 months automatically. If it has an inquiry, it's impacting them, you are going to be able to, the system is going to automatically pull it out. If they have a judgment, if they have a repo, it would show right about here, but this client doesn't have any public records information. So we're not looking at that for that client, okay? Now, what we are going to be able to do for this particular client is the inquiries. This is where your knowledge and your expertise is going to come into play. I'm going to tell you best practices. I know some people out here that do not listen to this best practice, so it is completely up to y'all what y'all gonna do, okay? I'm just gonna give it to y'all. It's up to you if you put it in your pocket and you use it, okay? Best practice is if it is an inquiry that is attached to an open and active credit card or credit line, I do not recommend disputing the account. If it is attached to an open mortgage, an open student loan, an open auto loan, girl, go ahead and dispute all the way. Okay, that's not bothering nobody. It's not going to close your account. But if you dispute what is linked to an open and active credit card, you run the risk of that credit card or credit line being closed. So this is where you have to come in and you have to do your due diligence. When you come into the platform here, there are 2 ways that you can search. Some people do the scroll, like they look at the name and then they scroll through. Ain't nobody got time for that, okay? If you're on a Windows computer, you're going to do Control F. If you are on a MacBook like I am, you're going to do Command F. is going to bring up the search. And what you're able to do is to copy and paste the actual information here, and it will tell you how many times this particular company pops up. You can then either click enter or arrow down, and it will take you through the report to see if there's an open and active account for that particular vendor. If you see an open right here, open, not touch it, leave it alone. Okay? So Shauna, get where? Tell me what you're talking about, my love. How did I get here to the dispute tab, or are you saying how did I get to the search?
How did you get right there to dispute, the ready to dispute?
So when you load your client's profile in the system, the very next tab that will open up will say disputing.
Mine don't say that.
So is this all here? You have all of these boxes checked with the documents uploaded?
I believe so.
So does your screen look like mine in the sense of the ID is there? So for you to be able to get the disputing tab, you have to have the credit report in the system, and you need to have the identification and the proof of address in there. So do you have those three things?
Oh, I have my ID. Okay, no. Sorry.
So if you don't have your proof of address on there, it's gonna be, so think about it as 1, 2, 3. You have to have these things in place for this tab to open up. If you don't have those things in place, it's not going to open up.
Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry.
No problem.
Where do we get the copy of the credit report?
It depends. Where's your client getting it from?
Let's say I usually go to either I go to Experian or is it first?
So this software is only,
freecreditreport.com, I think. Free credit.
This software is only compatible with Credit Dyno, which is a credit monitoring software that was built here, Identity IQ, My Score IQ, or Smart Credit.
You said that.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's where you have to get it, and then you can import it in here, or you can do the one-click import if you're doing Credit Dyno.
I have a question.
You have to have the credit report in, and these two that says required have to be filled before the disputing tab opens up.
Yes, thank you. I'm so excited.
No,
This is
you are
invaluable
listen, I love it.
information. You are a blessing.
Thank
honestly.
you. I'm here every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Pull up to church, Panda.
I'll be here. I'm gonna do my best. Be on time.
Come on, oh, DJ Outrage. Come on, Frank. Is you a real DJ? Because don't play with me. My daddy's a DJ. I grew up in Brooklyn.
I was
2
a
turntables
DJ.
and a microphone. Like, I'm serious about this.
Yeah, I was a DJ. But
Okay,
yeah,
well, what's your
I have
question, boo?
my question is, are you guys compatible also with My Free Score Now?
Nope.
Or no?
Mm-mm.
Okay. And one more
Great
question.
Uh-huh.
As far as with the history of the client, let's say after you've done, disputed them, to see the results of, if you got stuff deleted or not, where do you go for that?
Say that one more time for me.
All right, let's say clients that you have already worked on, and to see the results, if what you have disputed gotten deleted, what section would you go to see the history of, whatever
So,
you disputed to get deleted?
if you are on the pro, it's systemically, it's already showing up here if you have the pro version after month 1. So after you do the first round, if you come back in, it's automatically here for you to see. If you do not have the pro, you would have to look at the credit report from 1 month to the next month to see what's been deleted.
Okay. All right. No problem.
So the pro gives it to you automatically. The free version, you have to do it manually. Great question.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Okay. iPad said they can sign up for Credit Dyno within Dispute Panda. So no, Dispute Panda is your software. No one has access to your Dispute Panda but you. If your client, if you have the pro version, then they have the Safe Client Access portal, and then they will get the information if you already have it registered in your settings option under your affiliate link. You'd have to put your Credit Dyno code in that affiliate link when they have the pro, so they would get the email. They'll be able to sign their contract, then they'll be able to sign up for Credit Dyno. Or Like for me, when people book a call with me, they book on my calendar, it's automatically redirects them to my Credit Dino page once they've booked an appointment. Okay. But yeah, so that's how it would work. You would have to either go to Pro and put it in the system or send the link to your clients or embed it in your, what do you call that? Embed it in your calendar link. Y'all, I'm hungry. Okay. So now on the disputing tab, as I was stating, the disputing tab is now you have to tell the system what to dispute. So we just checked Capital One. We saw the person had to open Capital One. So we're not going to pick Capital One as an option to dispute the inquiry. What we will do is we will go ahead and pull another account and see if it shows up. So for the instance, Citibank is not showing up anywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and select this option. US Bank Consolidated. I can go ahead. Personally, I wouldn't take the whole thing. I would just take US Bank and I would just search US Bank. If it shows up, then I would go ahead and see if the account is open and what type of account it is. If it's a US Bank line of credit or a credit card, I'm not going to touch the inquiry. But if it's an auto loan, I would go ahead and select that option. Okay. Now, I want to point out some things that you guys are going to see. You got a question for me, Justin?
Yeah, so the only thing you don't the only thing that you would not attach to an open inquiry is a credit card.
Credit card and credit line. You got it.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure. My
Wait,
lips was
so
dry, y'all.
wait, so if it's an inquiry for a credit card that you applied for and it's not attached to open account, you can't dispute it?
You can.
Okay.
You can. So if I apply for Discover and Discover declined me, I'm getting my points back. So I'm
Yeah.
going to dispute it. But if
Okay,
I
okay.
applied for Discover and Discover gave me a card, I'm not going to dispute it.
Yeah, all right, understood. Got it.
Got it. Okay. So now, several things I want to point out. Originally, when the system was created, we did not have a late payment letter. So because of that, the system automatically showed yellow if the person had a late payment and also if the late payment is kind of outside of the range. One of the things with Credit Dino that you're able to do is you're able to click on this little eye icon and you can see the payment history for the client. So you're able to see where is it reporting late and if it's really impacting the client. So in this particular case, this late payment is not impacting the client right now. Why? Because your credit score is calculated on a 24-month window. So in the current numbers that is being generated for this client, this late payment is not even an issue for them. Okay. However, if my client said to me, I want to dispute it, the system now has a late payment letter and you can select for the credit bureau that it's reporting as late for. So it's not reporting late for Equifax and it's not reporting late for TransUnion. So if I wanted to, I would go ahead and hit Experian and it would generate an actual late payment letter specifically for that particular account. Okay. Now, one of the other things that Dispute Panda does, and I will go over like a short snippet of what my consultation looks like. So I go over what they doing wrong. Okay. What you doing wrong in the name of Jesus. Let me help you. Number one, accountability is required. Okay. We understood what we were doing before. You didn't have the keys to the castle, and I want to give you the keys to the castle. Thank you, Justin. Go ahead, clap for you, girl. So what that means is that I'm going to tell you what I personally educate my clients on the 5 makeups of the FICO score. So in the conversation, I'm telling them how they can move their scores ahead, even if I get 0 things removed off of their credit report within the first 30 days. Number 1 is your payment history. That is the heaviest weighted portion of the FICO calculation. That is worth 35% of your scores, which roughly translates to 192.5 points. If we're talking about FICO numbers, okay, it's worth 192.5 points roughly. So if you're only at 96%, that means that if we're doing the calculations, boo, you have left money on the table and we want all our monies back. So therefore, one of the things that you need to do is, yes, of course, making sure that auto payment is set up, but you want to understand what late payment means. So when we're talking about an auto loan, a mortgage, or any kind of account, they're looking at 30 days past due. So if the bill is due on the 1st, but you don't have the money till the 5th, you may not be 30 days late if we're talking about your auto loan and we're talking about your credit, or we're talking about your mortgage, because they have to give you 30 days before you actually become late. So if you need to rob Peter to pay Paul or Benjamin, all right, you want to leverage that information when you're trying to figure out who do you pay first when you're trying to work on a skeleton budget. That's number one. Number two, this account health feature is going to tell you how much is your client utilizing on that card at that moment when the statement closed. All too often, I hear people say when it comes to credit cards, I pay on the due date. Congratulations. I need you to pay on the snitch date. Okay. The snitch date is when the statement is about to close or when the statement is about to end. On your bank statement, it gives you when does your statement open, when does it close, when does it begin, when does it end. I need you to pay 2 to 3 days before your snitch date. Do not use it until the day after your snitch date, and then go be one with God. I use my credit card all the time. I have one credit card that covers my monthly expenses. My monthly expenses outside of my bills are $3,000. At any given time, I can utilize that one particular card for $3,000. What I do is 2 days before my snitch date, 2 to 3 days. And why do I say 2 to 3 days? Because every credit card company has a different cutoff time, guys. Some credit card companies, their cutoff time is 2 o'clock. Some credit card companies, their cutoff time is 6 o'clock. So if your client comes in on the day of the snitch date and they miss that cutoff time, that information is being reported that they've maxed out the card or that they've used the full amount. So what you want to do is actually go in 2 to 3 days before and pay that balance down as low as possible. Now, if you're like me, I used to be in the banking industry. I worked for Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase, PNC, Montana Bank. It was a stint. Don't worry about that. I'll tell y'all that story another time. But I worked for a lot of the major banking corporations. I'm telling you guys right now that sometimes there will be a glitch in the system. Capital One is good for always reporting off. I know for one Capital One card, it took them 3 days to cycle my payment through. 3 days. If it wasn't for the fact that I paid 3 days before, if I would have waited until that particular day that my statement would have closed, I would have lost points. So if we're playing the points game, how your client can navigate the point is knowing that their utilization is worth 30% of their overall score. That is roughly 165 points. If they want to get the max 165 points, their utilization needs to be at 10% or below when the statement closes. If they are wanting to be in the 700 club, so that's the 800 club. If they want to be in the 700 club, their utilization needs to be at 20% or below. Okay, now there are other boxes that have to be checked, but that's just that one particular box. So if you can get your client buy-in to pay that credit card down by 10, 15, 20% before the statement closes, I'm telling you, you're going to see a score increase just because of that behavior. Again, they could turn right back around. Let's say the statement closes on today. Today's the 22nd. They paid the bill on the 20th. It closes on the 22nd. They could wait till the 23rd or the 24th and swipe that card up and make it burn. Guess what, y'all? It's not going to be reported again until the cycle is about to close. So not playing the due date game. The due date game is the latest possible date your client can pay that company before a fee gets assessed. Okay? The statement date is your snitch date. When is your little sister going to tell about the fact that they saw you kissing that girl behind the house or kissing that boy behind the house? Okay, that's the date you need to be concerned about, because that's when you're going to get a whooping. Okay. So just to give you a little idea of what I talk to my clients about when it comes to the consultation, that is something that you want to make sure you're letting them know. Okay. This system tells you what they're utilizing per card. So you can have an expectation and say to them, okay, so last month you were at 100%. This month you went down by 10%. I'm proud of you. Keep up the good work. These are different ways that you can acknowledge your client and the growth that they had. Or in the reverse, I'm a big person that when the scores drop, I post that information on my social media. Let's talk about why this happened. Last month, this client's account had this amount balance on this credit card. This month, their balance has gone up. And let's be clear, if they get over 100%, that score is going to drop it like it's low, like Megan needs on the flow. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Just want to tell y'all. Okay, so that's kind of what the conversation looks like. So now that you've selected all of the things that you want to dispute, from inquiries, public records, and the accounts that the system automatically checks. If your client says something like, I don't want you to dispute this particular profile because I'm talking with the creditor to get a debt settlement, just uncheck the box, boo, and go on about your business, okay? If you have your own letters, for instance, I have a letter that goes with collections, I can go ahead and put that letter in here. I can put that letter in here, I can save it, and the system will generate the letter specifically for that particular creditor for it to go out. Okay. If you don't have a letter, if you change your mind, you want the system to do its own thing, you simply just remove it. Any questions?
Yes. So the okay, how do we generate, you recommend using the system's letters, right?
If you do not have a proven letter that has worked for you, so I recommend tracking. If you've done credit repair before and you have letters that have worked, you can embed the letters here. You can save the letters so that you can utilize it on like at another time, or like round 2, round 3, whatever the case may be. If you do not have letters, then you don't have to do anything. The system is going to generate the letters for you.
Okay.
Okay. So if you have letters, like for instance, I have letters. I have a 1099 letter that I use that I send out with my round 1. I include my 1099 letter when I am going through the process, when I have a charge off for my client. So I include that letter. So for like this account that says a charge off, I would include the 1099 verbiage so that when the letter is being printed for the creditor, I have that information already in that letter ready to go. If you do not have any letters, then you don't have to worry about it. The system will do everything for you. Make sense? You're on mute, boo. I can see you talking. I can see you talking to me, Justin. Talk to me, baby. Go
Love
ahead.
You. How much do you charge for your letters?
If you are in my mentorship, the letters are there. The letters are available in my mentorship. It's a $37 a month. We have meetings twice a month at minimum. So my letters are available to all my mentees, and I tell them how I use it, and I give them the tracking sheet as well.
And then honestly, what is your rate of success?
So what are you talking about with the system? So I use both. So I'm not a exclusive. I use both, and I have a different flow. So for me, I normally see a 97% results on my client's file.
Okay, so then how much? So it's $37 a month, and
for my mentorship program. Yep.
For that's it.
That's it. I charge $37 a month for my mentorship program. It's not going up until I think it's going up fourth quarter to $49.99. But right now it's $37 a month.
All right. And then just email you?
No, I can actually drop the link. Well, let me make sure the link works, y'all. Hold on, because I just switched platforms. I like to tell y'all the truth. Hold on.
It doesn't matter, even if you don't have a link. If you got 97.
No, I need you to get to the link, because the link gives you all the things that you need in order to get in. Okay.
You can dispute student loans?
Yes, you can dispute anything on your credit profile. Yeah.
I mean, okay, we'll talk about it later. Okay.
Yeah. So I will make sure that if y'all send me an email at support, I'm going to drop my email again because my platform just got switched over and the payment pricing is not there. So I'm going to go ahead. If you guys send me an email saying mentorship in the subject, I'll make sure tomorrow that you guys get the link for the mentorship. So just again, mentorship in the subject line, I got you. All right, so now we've told the system what we wanted to dispute. We are now going to hit save filter. And then it's going to take us to where we are going to tell the system what letter you're going to pick. So going back to the attack guide, this is the new attack guide. I know we have some older people here and we have some new people here. This is the new attack flow that is here. If you guys are using the old attack flow, I personally love the blue attack and I love the red attack, y'all. I like to tell the truth. I personally did not do certified mail till round 3 or round 6, and that's just because I did my own research. Howsoever, when I did do it the way that they said here, I still got results. Now, the only thing I'm going to tell the seasoned folks, if you are still using the red attack or the blue attack, all I want you to do is add the actual static attacks to the months that are corresponding. So if you guys are using the old flow, remember you are still sending letters to LexisNexis and Novus, LCI, whichever secondary credit reporting agencies apply for your client. You're still sending that out round 1 through 4. You're not doing it 5 and 6, and you're coming back in doing it 7 through 10 if your client stays that long. If you are using the new attack flow, then all you got to do is look at this screen and just go ahead and dip and do with it, okay? Now, when it says attack name, that is the letter name. That is telling the system is going to pull the information based on the letter. So for instance, if you're doing the pinwheel attack, and Shauna had the question earlier, so I want to circle back to that. If your client has, so for instance, that particular client that I just had 24 negative accounts that had to be disputed. That means that all 24 is not going to come in one letter. If I'm doing the pinwheel or if I'm doing the round, let's say the round kick, it's going to segment the accounts out 7 per letter. And then it's going to generate another letter, another 7, and another letter until it encompasses all 24 that needs to be disputed, okay? If your client only has 7 or only has 5, then they're not capped. Then all of the accounts are going to go on one letter, and that means you're going to have fewer letters that are going to go out to the credit bureau for that particular client. So when the system says the punch of fury letter, this is the letter that's talking about. So it's going to create separate letters. It's going to create one letter for the personal information letter, one letter for the inquiry, and one letter for everything else. So any collections, charge off, whatever, you're going to get a separate letter. So that is what the punch of fury does. If you were doing the pinwheel, so if you guys are using an old flow, as y'all can see, the old flow has pinwheel, it has different sequences. What I'm going to tell you is I don't care what flow you use. All of the flows work well, they get results. What I'm going to tell you is that I want you to track the flows that you're doing. The reason I'm telling you to track it is because that will give you the ability to know what you are able to get off. And if you have another client that comes in and has a similar account, I'm not saying identical, but has similar issues, you will know, okay, in round 3, I should be able to get off Santander with this letter, right? So you want to make sure you're tracking as you're going. So with this round, we're following the new guide, guys. So we're going to pick Punch of Fury. The verbiage or the attack variation is going to be Supreme Boosted. If I had the pro, I would select the letters for the creditors, and I'm also going to select the letters for the secondary credit reporting agencies.
Wait. What do you mean if you had the pro? You lost me.
Okay, so we are working on the free version.
Right.
The pro version gives you the letters that are going to be generated for the creditors. The free version only gives you the letters for the credit reporting agency. So the pro allows you to attack the agencies as well as the credit report, as well as the creditors directly. What was going to be your question?
No, you just answered it. Thank you.
No problem. So if you are wanting to be more aggressive, if y'all don't know, I'm a bully, okay? Because I'm the oldest. okay? And I'm the grandchild, my grandmother's first grandchild. So I'm a bully, okay? I bullied my aunts and uncles because I was the first. And I would tell them, I'm gonna go tell grandma. Okay. So with that being said, I'm a bully here too. So if you guys are wanting to be more aggressive, you can get the pro. Just like Shauna asked earlier, can you get results without the pro? You can. But if you have the pro, you would be able to generate 2 forms of letters. One that is going specifically to the credit reporting agencies, and then you'll also have it that are going to the creditors. You would simply click this box. So you'd click handwritten because we're doing the first round, going by the first guide. It's going to be handwritten. The letters do not have to be in colored, and it is single-sided. Okay, this is telling you how often you're going to send out letters. So you're sending out letters every 35 days. If you had the pro, you would simply check this box. You would then check Supreme Boosted. You would hit start round. You would type in confirm, and the system is going to generate the letters for you. Nothing that you have to do. So just Brink said, just for clarity, is your dispute letters different from Dispute Panda letters? I have additional letters that I leverage for different cases. So they do not have the same verbiage because I do use some factual letters, factual disputing letters that I have used to help my clients when it comes to charge off, repos, bankruptcies. So I can, and on my Dispute Panda platform, some of those letters are saved so that when I come across that issue, I don't have to plug the letters in. I literally just click on the template and it generates the letter for me. And sometimes I write a free form letter because I do believe in leveraging the law, if at all possible. And I have a litigation team. So they go ahead, especially when it comes to those third-party debt collectors, my litigation is on it by a month too. Once I send out my first round, then they'll come into the system and they'll do their free form letters. So it's completely different.
So a couple questions. How long have you been doing this? And what's the difference between booking an appointment with you and paying the monthly fee?
Booking the appointment with me is if you're wanting to focus specifically on a client or a process specific, like you have a file, you've sent out a response, you don't know what to do next. You can book a one-on-one with me so that we can have a conversation. That is how I originally started. So wait, you asked a question before that. The question was how long I've been doing this. Are you talking credit repair or coaching in Dispute Panda?
Both.
I've been doing credit repair on and off for 20 years now because my son just turned 20 like 3 days ago. And I started my credit repair company literally, I'm actually going to be 20 years in like 6 days. Okay, so I've been doing credit repair on and off for 6 days, for 20 years. Thank you. And I've been coaching in Dispute Panda since September of last year. I was with the platform before Pro came. I started using the platform before Pro even came into fruition. So when I originally started, I did not have the option of sending out letters to the actual creditors. That was brought into the loop, I want to say like October, November of last year. Who's the CEO of this platform or company? Dominique Brown is the head of the corporation, and he's the one who actually does the training videos as well. So all of the training videos that you see here was done by Dominique Brown. Let me see, did I answer the question? So in conclusion, your letters are better for certain situations than Dispute Panda. I don't feel that it's better. I think that it works in tandem with Dispute Panda. So my letters that I use has been tested for me when it comes to the clients that I have leveraged. So when it comes to bankruptcy, there are specific letters that I use in conjunction with Dispute Panda, not separate and apart. Great question. Good question. All right. So once the letters have been generated, so Shauna, as you can see, I generated the letter. I paid $0.00. Okay. The next thing that the system is going to tell me to do is, according to the guide, is I now need to send out letters for LexisNexis and Novus and so on. I'm not going to be able to do that because I don't have money in the bucket, but I'm going to show y'all how to do it. So you're going to come back in here. You're going to click use handwritten font. I like to scroll down to the bottom because the system jumps. And I'll do factor trust, I do micro build, I do data X, I do clarity, I do Credco, I do ARS, I do LCI, Innovis, and LexisNexis. So let's say you you requested the reports and you know your client does not have an LCI report, they do not have an ARS report, they do not have a clarity report. Then you just come back in here and the next month you're not selecting that option. That's literally all you're doing. And what you would do is hit start round. And it's going to tell me no because I ain't got no shmoney. Okay. But in theory, if there was money in there, it would have opened another window right here. And I would have been able to either tell the system to mail the letter out, or I would have to download and print myself. If I'm wanting the system to mail the letters out, I would click mail out. I would look. So as you can see, this particular client, remember she had 24 accounts that we were disputing. So because of that, she has more than one letter. And also she has multiple pages because of the information that's being printed out on the letter. So now I know that for me to get this letter sent out, it's going to cost me, it's going to cost me $20 if I'm going to have the system mail all the letters out. I can also change if it's going to be first class or double-sided mail. Completely up to you if you guys want to do that. I personally have a power of attorney, so I do not use the system unless I'm traveling. If I'm traveling, I will have the system mail the letters out for me. But if I am local, I got stuffers upstairs. Okay, so I will hit the download all button and then I will print out the letters, stuff them, and mail and take them to the post office. I do post office runs Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Double-sided or single-sided, that means is it all printed on one side of the page or am I using front and back? So the system, you can tell it if you're going to do it double-sided or if you're going to do it single-sided. Great question. Now, the history tab will show you the letters that you selected. The system is going to automatically assume that you downloaded it. So please make sure that you are clicking download if you are mailing it yourself. If not, it's just stating in here and nothing has happened on your profile. Okay. The history tab will also show you when you last downloaded the report, and it will show you the last scores for your particular client. I like to send this information out to my clients so they can see what they're doing. Okay. The invoice tab will show you any outstanding invoice. And if you are on the pro option, like how I said earlier, I use different letters for bankruptcy. So for bankruptcy, I'm sending a letter to Pacer. I'm getting a letter from the actual bankruptcy court, which the system generates that letter for you guys. So if you go to static, you can literally come into the system, click bankruptcy court, and it will generate the information. All you have to do is plug in who's receiving the information and the address, and the system will generate you a bankruptcy letter for the bankruptcy court for the court to tell you that they don't report bankruptcy to your credit report. Okay. So you can use these letters in here. If your client is having a situation where, let's say they have late payments and you want to get support, you can click on Goodwill letter and you will put the information in for the accounts as well as all of the address in, and it will generate the letter for that particular creditor. What I want to point out is that you have to go back to the dispute tab for that to happen. So if, for instance, for this, if I'm coming here, I would unselect everything and I would come and actually generate a late payment letter for Experian. Like say I did not do this the last time and I wanted to do a Goodwill letter for my client. I would come back in here. I would select Experian because that's the only place that it's reporting late right now. I would select Experian. I would then hit save filter. And then I would come here, hit static letters, and then hit Goodwill letter and put in Navient, put in their address, and have the system generate that letter for me to send out for the client. Okay. So whatever you're wanting to do, you can have the system do it for you, but understand that you're wanting to generate it one letter at a time when it comes to like a Goodwill letter or a cease and desist, because you have to put that specific creditor information into the system. Any questions? Nope. Justin said he ain't got no questions. Justin said he got me. Okay. Justin. Why it smell like my husband cook? It smell like my husband cooking.
Oh, it's open. Okay. Yeah, I thought my audio was off. No,
Okay.
none right now. None right now, but I'll have a low about the next time we're back. I guess
Gotcha. Oh, and the question, I'm so sorry, I just realized I didn't answer the question. So question that Justin asked was, what's the difference between the one-on-one and the mentorship? The mentorship was created after the one-on-one. So if you're wanting to look at a file and you want privacy, that was what my one-on-one program was for. The mentorship gives you the ability that you can come into a workroom. I actually have a workroom that is an open Zoom that's open at least once a week for us to go over stuff. So if you don't have a problem sharing your client screen, it's a group session, and it's included in that $37 a month package that you have at least one workroom a month. I normally have one a week just because I'm working files or I'm probably doing something within the business that y'all can come into. So the mentorship gives you a more group setting, and it gives you additional classes. We go over tons of things, and any classes that I've already done is located in the mentorship replay as well. So if you missed out on student loans, you missed out on, we had a car guy that dropped like fire tips on vehicles. And there's one class that we had to reschedule, but it's how to automate your business via text message, using your Android phone and having conversations automatically with the clients, right? So we had those types of class. So I bring in different speakers that can talk to everyone. And I did have a student loan class the other day. So in the mentorship, it gives you past recordings as well as current access to a host of information as to where to get your licensing, how to see what you're supposed to have for your state. I even have some courses in there on how to handle the third-party debt collector. So it has all that information in there. So that's kind of the difference between the mentorship versus the one-on-one. So I wanted to circle back to that because, I got a 40-year-old brain. My pleasure, friend, because my brain is vintage. Okay, and I want to make sure y'all had all the information.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
Any questions, concerns, or comments? Because it's 10:30 where I'm at, which means it's 11:30 on the East Coast. The West Coast, I know y'all living it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's late. Okay.
Okay, so
Whatever
Brick
you say.
said, is there anyone in the room that I can connect with as a friend or fellow Panda associate tomorrow to go set up with the system? Okay, come on. Brick is asking for help. Okay. Sidebar, I'm back on Wednesday. Okay. Connie says, see you Saturday. Okay, you coming to the class, Connie, on Saturday? All right, girl. I'll see you Saturday. We ain't got no class. We have a class tomorrow. We don't have any class on Saturday, so just an open workroom. Justin said, Brinks, that he can do the walkthrough with you. So make sure if y'all are available, go ahead and click the comment and send a private message, or you can change in the chat box. You can change it from everyone to that specific person, and you can share to them your email or whatever information you want to as well. So that way y'all can link up, you know what I'm saying, outside of. All right. I love this. Come on, somebody. Get it, Justin. Get it, Brinks. Keyshawn said, your brain ain't fried, Shawnee. Your brain ain't fried, friend. Don't worry about it. Come back again on Wednesday. Come back again on Wednesday, okay?
Yeah, I just followed this guy, Dominique Brown.
Yep, that's my boss.
He went to George Mason. Okay.
Dom is amazing, okay? And he has made millionaires, multiple. I know 3 people that worked with him directly and have made millions in credit.
Is he frat? Do you know?
I believe so. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know his wife better.
Okay, I'm
Look,
sorry.
I know Dom a little bit, but I know his wife better. That's my boo.
All right, cool.
I come every week and learn something new each time. Okay, come on, Nick. Talk about it. I'm gonna need you to tell in the group what you learned today. Okay, go ahead back to the Facebook group and tell them what you learned today, because I need to know.
You know I learn stuff every time. I'm still trying to figure out how to log into the new platform, girl. Don't do me. I've been tired and I've been
It's
stressed.
okay. Tomorrow I'm gonna go over that with you guys, and I'll make sure that there's a training video up with the new platform, so y'all be good to go. So if you have any
I ain't
questions,
even
make sure
been
you do it
in
tomorrow.
there.
That's okay. We'll do it tomorrow. when we're together, I'll make sure to have a nice little 30-minute session so we can make sure that
What time?
class starts tomorrow at 7, and we have a marketing person coming tomorrow. His
7
name is
o'clock your
Michael.
time or my time?
Okay, so my time.
Okay, so 8 o'clock. Okay. Okay. All right, I'll
Yeah.
be ready. Let me put it in my Palm Pilot. So
Please
since
put
I
it in your Palm Pilot while you having my mama drive you all around the Nile. Shauna, she's talking about my mentorship program. We just switched over to a new platform because I wanted to be a little bit easier, and I wanted to make sure that text messages were going through. So we were having an issue with the text messages going through, and that's why I switched over. So everyone should be loaded. I will be confirming tomorrow morning that everyone is loaded into the system before 7 p.m.'s class so that everyone has access to it. No, you are good with this class. You're good to go. Don't worry about it. Didn't get the login info. Okay, Dex, I'll make sure that I follow up tomorrow, and I'll make sure that you have it tomorrow morning. Thanks for the update. I'll make sure it goes out to everybody because everyone should have gotten a welcome email on the new platform. So any questions, concerns, or comments before I let y'all go be great in these credit streets? Peggy, thank you so much for coming. DJ Outrage, come on, somebody. I appreciate you pulling up. Dex, as always, thank you for being amazing. Loyalty Tax, thank you for not being in the car and driving my mama crazy. Justin, thanks for coming with the questions. Connie, you are amazing as always. I can't wait to see you on Saturday. We should do a group chat and learn. Y'all better start that group chat. Y'all see they dropping numbers in the chat? They dropping numbers, okay? They dropping numbers and emails and whatnot, okay? Let me see. Brinks, thank you for coming. Peggy, also. I'm going to let y'all do I'm going to leave y'all on here for a little bit longer so y'all can drop numbers and whatnot. Justin said he's available after 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, Justin, I'm calling you at 6:02. 6:02. Don't answer my call, Justin. Don't answer I got friends in Vegas. Don't answer my phone call, Justin. Justin says 6 o'clock. I'm coming to your house, Justin. I got Delta.
I'm answering.
I'm coming Delta. I'm joking. I'm not coming via Delta. Delta done canceled 1,500 flights. My son is mad right now at Delta. He said he's never taking Delta again.
Do you know Chris Pope?
Uh-huh.
You do?
I've heard the name.
He was the one who referred me, but I don't know if he's gonna get credit.
Did he give you a link?
Nope.
If he did, I would say to reach out. I would say to reach out to him and see if he has an affiliate link. If not, then if you want mine, I'll be happy to send you mine, but it's completely
so somebody can get some credit. Yeah,
just reach out to Chris first and find out if he has a link. If he doesn't have a link, then just in the email, just shoot me an email and say, I need the link.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
My pleasure. Anything else, my beautiful people? I see Connie done dropped her information. Connie, I'm emailing you. Okay, Connie, that's it. I'm done. I'm done playing with you, Condoleezza Rice. I'm playing. Connie better get it together. Okay, come Saturday, Connie. We doing this.
Okay. As long as I get I'm on it.
Not
What time
Shauna doesn't want
Saturday?
to get off the phone. Are you talking about my phone? I have to check on my 20-year-old. Don't you judge me. He out here in these Delta streets. I was worried.
Oh, Janet Jackson's coming to Texas in October.
I'm not playing with Connie. Connie got me in trouble in these Beyonce streets, on these Beyonce internets. Ain't nobody playing with Connie. Connie ain't gonna set me up for the okie doke one more time. Okay, she's not doing. I'm not gonna see Janet Jackson. Okay, I saw a replay. I saw a replay of Janet Jackson from the Essence Festival. I'm good. Okay, it's all for her. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not playing with you today. She ain't gonna mess up my internet. Oh, tell mom I said hi, mama. Okay. Y'all got everything. I want y'all to make sure y'all get these phone numbers and these emails together. Okay. Thank you guys so much for pulling up to Club Panda. If you guys have any questions, concerns, or comments, I will be back here on Wednesday, and I'm about to go harass my husband. Thank you for coming to Dispute Panda. Love y'all.
Poor thing. Poor thing.
No, he loves me. Don't you say that. Don't you say he been gone all day. He done had to go back to school. Okay, I need to harass him. He done
Much
started
love,
back
much love.
at the school. He done been here for 10 years. I'm finna go harass him for another 10 more. Okay, y'all go ahead and have a good night.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.